Okay.
Oh, Chad, I do have proficiency in religion. I guess I was wrong.
All right, so
Hope so.
Man, my internet's slow today too. Okay, we're good. The VOD's going. Okay, is everyone ready?
Are we?
Is there anything you guys want to take care of? Okay, is everyone ready?
Actually, I'll deal with it later. It'll be fine.
I don't think there's anything urgent on my list.
Wait, in D&D or in real life?
Both.
Oh, actually, now that I think of it, I'll go pee now, so I don't have to in like an hour.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Glad we started the mod for that.
These things might be wise. Because you think this is wise.
Well, since Chad is gone, Copper or Chris, either or. I have a favor to ask of you.
We're just outside Jandesh, heading to Qatar. Go ahead, Sean.
So, your wand. Your wand is super useful to me, and I want to trade you something for it, but I don't have anything to trade you that's like decent for your spec.
Remind myself on what the wand does.
It gives you a plus to hit, but you don't really use hit spells anyway most of the time.
This is mostly true.
I can give you a potion of fire breath. I can give you scale mail, which you can't use. I can give you a +1 shield that you can't use. I can give you a ring of feather falling, which you already have the spell for. And that's like all I can give you besides money.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, these short and long rest buttons are back.
I don't even know if you can just give him money, Sean, because it's all kind of group funds.
I can give him part of my money, which is like, I have a couple gems too.
I guess I can need to put on my Robo Archmagi too at some point.
You really should. Great item for you. That's like one of the best items you can have. Is your robe.
Just the character really want it. Although I think he's practical and I can see the use of it.
Like, I don't want to take it from you because I know that you don't have that much stuff anyway. You don't really use it anyway, and it'd be like super, super useful to me.
You guys can roleplay this if you want later.
Let me think about it for a bit. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Before we start, I think what I'm going to do when people are missing is we'll have people roleplay them if they're comfortable with that, but they won't be in the battles, and I'll adjust the challenge rating accordingly.
What? Can I please just have Draven?
It makes turns take way too long. We'll see. It'll depend on how many people we're missing. Like, maybe today I'll let it since we're missing 2, but like if we're just missing like 1 or...
I'm so good at playing Draven, though.
We'll see how it turns out. But who wants...
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you just modify your stats to reflect that, or do you just remember it and bring it up?
You cut out, right?
You cut out, like, right in the important
you said
part.
4.
I modify the stats.
Yeah, when you have equipment on, do you just modify your stats in your sheet, or...
You modify... It's easier if you modify your stats in your sheet.
Yeah, I do that too.
Remember when you take the on or off, okay. Good to know.
Usually you're not taking them on and off all the time. They usually just on.
Well, I mean, if you're going to sleep, you don't wear your armor.
It's true.
Well, maybe Aethys wears his armor in this.
Nope, that is complete bullshit.
Okay, for this
Maybe, I don't
session,
know.
who wants to roleplay Vonnie?
Silence.
You don't have to talk much.
Can I do angsty teen?
Sean, you were banned
Um,
Vonnie from Vonnie.
That's fine.
That's
She's
your
banned
I
from
can
playing
play her.
me, by the way.
Okay. Is Copper, you want to play her? And who wants to play Draven?
I want to play Draven.
Okay, you have to roleplay him too. You have to be another
Okay.
angsty teen.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Accurate.
All right.
I'm not doing the voice.
On that we shall begin.
I'm not doing my stupid British accent, which is.
I'm not doing the voice.
Settle down, kids.
Sorry,
Settle
please
down.
continue.
When last
Sorry,
we
Grand
left
Poobah.
the League of Extraordinary Explorers, they were summoned by the High Prince of Qatar to appear before him across the sea in Sarket. Along the way, we were attacked by pirates, which you managed to defend. This ended up making you go off course and arrive in the Slavers Plateau in the slave city of Jandesh, where you were immediately taken into slavery, and where most of you ended up fighting in the gladiatorial pits. Well, most of you. You were then bought by royal cartographer Imar, who immediately set you free and is now guiding you to Qatar, where you will be summoned in front of the High Prince. And you just finished your first night in the tents, and morning begins to rise. What would you like to do?
Kind of. I guess. Shoot. What's the guy's name again? I'm so sorry. The
Imar.
photographer. Imar. How do you spell that?
IMAR.
M-A-R. Prince's card.
Draven
Okay,
is
I wanna-
going to go out and have a long discussion with the sand scorpions.
Okay. Do you actually want to have a discussion with them, or do you want to? you
Not
just-
really.
okay.
Discussion with the barnacles, so
All right, fair enough. That'll be his.
Wow.
What he concentrates on.
That is some good roleplay.
We're still in camp. Yes.
Aethys Ulrich wants you to recharge his spell storage ring with a 3rd level fireball.
I do that.
Okay. Does that take any amount of time?
No, I just have to cast it.
Okay. All right.
I want
Go ahead.
to go to Imar and kind of brush up on the how you're supposed to act around the prince,
Okay.
like courts.
You get out of your tent. It's early morning. The sun is just rising. It's getting a little bit warm, but it's still a decent temperature. And you see Amar sitting around a burnt-out campfire now, but with a pot, and he seems to be cooking some pottage. Stir.
Master Imar,
Ah, yes, yeah, Lilac.
I'm just now realizing we are going to go see the Prince of Qatar, and I've been away from the Prince of Qatar for almost 7 years now. So, is there any way you could brush me up on how to act around him? The kind of...
Well, I myself have never seen the prince.
Have
Ye-
I ever seen the Prince?
No.
Okay.
Yes. He is very seldom seen by many, but I from what I know, he does not like to be much disturbed, and you shall only speak to him if he speaks to you directly. When you enter the chambers, I'm sure the guards would tell you this, you are to crawl to his throne on your hands and knees. Your head must never be above the prince. And you are never to look him in the eye unless he addresses you. This is all I have been taught, but I have never seen him. He sounds like an intimidating figure.
Well, we shall see how the wind guides me.
I've been told that he is kind, but strict. though I've never witnessed this for myself.
All I know is that the training to be in his guard was strict.
Yes. You were
That's
in,
about it.
you were in the Qatar Guard.
No, I was never actually in it. I was an initiate, and in order to be blooded, they sent me out into battle, and that is when I was captured.
Still a very high honor. They only choose the best among the Qatar.
That is what they tell me.
Perhaps you will know someone in the capital.
Perhaps.
Well, once we finish eating, we should be on our way. It's about a 1 day's journey to Qatar.
All right.
Is there any preparations that need to be made before we are off?
I think I need water.
Need water. He has some on the donkey that has been carrying his supplies. He has kind of a small casket barrel of water.
Because I have a water skin, I don't think it's full though. But
Soon we will be to the Scarab Oasis, and you will have water. Probably 5 hours journey.
very good, very good. The wind will provide.
All right. What do you guys want to do? You want to start on your journey? Do you want to do any other preparations?
Can we say that during the night I attuned to the robe of the Archmagi?
Yes. All right, Oric's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
All right, he packs up the camp. Takes about 20 or so minutes. He seems to be pretty adept at this. And you start your way off through the dunes. It's as you journey on from Jandesh towards the Scarab Oasis, the temperature is still uncomfortably hot, but it's not nearly as hot as when you arrived in Jandesh. The entire plateau of Jandesh just seemed like a barren wasteland that was not comfortable by any means. You travel about 4 or so hours until you reach the end of the plateau, and upon that you see a dip in the valley of the dune, and within the valley you see spots of blue.
Sorry.
You see spots of blue with small figures of what appear to be palm trees spotted throughout this ginormous dune valley. The Scarab Oasis. We can fill our barrels here. You guys head down to a small oasis plot, maybe about, it's actually quite a small dip of water, about 25 by 25 feet in width, and you guys refill your water.
Sweet.
Would you guys like to continue on?
I want to do just an investigation for potion ingredients around here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Or nature check, excuse me.
Do you have the rules for that, Philip?
Nope, but I'll make up stuff.
Well, I have the thing that I gave them. I can send it to you.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to make your own ingredients for the desert.
I have ingredients, but we'll figure it out later. So for now, say, all right, 22. You find... What? And a 3. Okay, 25. You find around you, there's not much besides the water and the palm trees, but you do find a few cacti that seem to have grown their way around the oases. It's what do you call those cacti? Like the round barreled cacti. You find a few of those, and along with that, you find some aloe plants.
Are you guys getting some echo too?
Is it from me? You can mute me because I'm there.
I think
should
your
get
roll
into it.
20 resets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how many aloe did I find?
How many would you like to pick? There's about
Uh,
half a dozen aloe plants that you can see around the area.
Then I'll pick about 6 or 8 leaves. I'll take 8 leaves.
Okay. Find 8 moderately sized aloe leaves. You kind of have to wrap them up because they're seeping with the aloe at the bottom.
What is the wind like?
The wind, as always, is ever changing in its direction. It's a nice breeze, but the wind, and now that you say that, you do notice that the wind is never constant. It comes and it goes, and it comes from one direction, and then it disappears, comes from another direction, disappears, comes from the north, the south, the east, the west, in almost a random fashion. You never
But
really
it is
experienced like
blowing.
that anymore. What?
What do you mean I've never experienced that before?
I mean the group in general, not you specifically. When I say you guys, I'm generalizing. All right, you guys continue from the oases, and you continue to walk northward. And at this point, you can see to your left the only mountain range you've been able to spot so far. It's a very high mountain range, and it's as tall as it is. It seems to be completely devoid of any moisture or ice or snow atop it, atop the caps. And at this point, it's become dusk, and you find a spot, and Amar begins to make camp once more.
I help him.
Okay. Now, I may tell you, my friends, we are quite close to Qatar. We can spend one more night in the camp, or we can venture on tonight. It's up to you.
One more night
Might-
is fine by me.
Might be best to be well rested before we meet the prince.
Yes, well, I'm sure he will provide you with chambers, and you will have a place to see before your summoning. Very well.
You-
We will spend one more night. He sets up camp. He takes out the few. He has a few pieces of flatbread left that he packed just about the right amount, and you guys sit around the fire and begin to eat your midnight snack.
I also have 10 days rations.
You do, if you'd like to use them. You don't need to at this point, but he's offering food.
Okay. Sure. Give me the naan.
The naan. It's not naan. Come on.
The garlic
It's
butter
pita
naan.
bread.
Oh, dang it.
All right. Chad, mark off a charge.
Oh. Okay.
What would you like to ask Ulrich?
Wait, I guess should I mark down 2 by today?
If you didn't mark one off for last night, yeah.
Okay. Oops.
Ah, you ask of the mountains. May I see your map? Whoever has the map, I assume gives it to Amar. As you can see, these are the Devil's Backbone, as we call it. It is really the only mountain range in the eastern hemisphere of Zarket. We don't know much about it. We are not acclimatized to high altitudes, so we tend to stay down where it is low and warm. But rumor has it that Bronze Dragon used to live there. He's still sighted, but he is not. He's not conflicted with any of our dealings as of yet. Little else is known. There's not much to be gained by going to the Devil's Backbone.
Is it pretty cold up there? Are we like in danger of running out of water, or not really?
We have no need of going up to the mountain. It is colder, but there's no snow like you have in your lands. Anything else, or should we be off to bed? I'm eager to get back home.
I have nothing tonight.
Very well, you guys lay down and you drift off to sleep. And,
Also, I finally fixed my save DC for my spells.
okay, perfect.
Although now I need to figure out how to add my new ones for the items.
You wake up, and for one last time, you eat breakfast, you pack up the gear, and you're on your way to these mountains above above Qatar. And as you near the mountain range, I would like you all to make a perception check. And you can make one for Vani too, whoever I can give you.
That's me.
So
Can you give me control of Draven, please?
yes. Okay, there you go. Copper.
No, Bunny's new token looks good.
Thank you. And what am I doing? Draven. That's right. Just load so slowly. Oh, this should. Alright, there we go. Oh my gosh, this sheet's so slow. Okay, copper. Which one's for. Is the second one for Vani?
The second one is for Funny.
Okay. Alright, so Copper and Vani notice that as you go up a bit of a dune hill, down in the valley, it seems to be a bit darker than usual, like the sun's not quite hitting it so much. And there is an encirclement of humanoids sitting around a burnt out campfire. And Copper in particular notices these figures to be orcs.
I quickly warn the others to stop.
So-
And
What is it, my friend?
orcs ahead in the valley.
Orcs. I would suggest caution, and perhaps stealth if we have it. They are easily surprised.
How many do I see? Can I tell how many there are?
Yes. From what you can tell, there seems to be about a dozen.
They're sitting around like a burnt out fire, just like staring at each other, or I guess I can't see anything. I guess
You can ask or make a perception check for that in particular.
okay.
Are they all within
Now that you're aware
20
of
feet
them.
of each other?
7. Lilac, you see.
That's a stealth.
Oh.
But I saw jack shit.
Alright, well. I guess it would still be. Let's say Vani. Vani sees that they all seem to be standing around one orc. I mean, sorry, they all seem to be crouching around one orc, which is standing in the center, near the fire.
Imar, are orcs common in this place?
More common than I would like, but not nearly as common as they are in the west. As of late, they have been pushing towards the east, past the Devil's Backbone, something they have never done before. These orcs in particular, Imar takes out a spyglass and looks. These are of the Moonjaw tribe. I believe we can take them. I have taken a few myself. They're not difficult. Certainly not the
No.
most deadly tribe. But it is up to you, of course.
They have not attacked us, so I think we should just hide under the dunes and do not silhouette ourselves and just go around.
I think it'd be wisest to try to avoid conflict right now.
Do they only speak Orcish, or do you think they speak Common?
This I do not know. They're not smart beasts. I would assume they speak only Orcish. And I would like Vonnie to make another perception check.
Perception! 13.
Okay. So Vonnie kind of gets a bit closer on her hands and knees, making sure she's not silhouetted. And she hears from the orcs them actually speaking in common, from what she can understand.
I'm gonna summon my familiar and have it get as close as it can get. I'll make it be an owl.
Okay. And you
Without
can hear
being
what
seen.
it's saying?
Yep.
Perfect.
And I have advantage on perception with my owl.
I'm just gonna like prepare myself for a conflict, just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay hunkered down.
Okay.
So like taking off my backpack and
Vonnie creeps a little closer. Do you want it to roll stealth?
If you'd like. Yeah.
One for
You're
stealth.
at a good enough distance there. As long as you don't silhouette yourself, you won't be seen at this point. They seem to be really engaged in whatever they're doing. Did you roll Aethys?
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, you're just swooping in out of a distance with the. Are you going right overhead?
Physical. I want him to get as close as possible without being seen.
Okay. So you summon the owl. The owl seems to fly overhead in a circular motion above the orcs. They don't seem to notice. And what you hear is the orc in the middle raises his hands, and in muddled common goes like, "All bow down to the master boss Gork." And then orc that's crouching down on the left raises his hand, and the orc in the center is like, What do you want? Don't you mean Mork? The guy in the center says, "What do I say? You said Gork." "Oh, right. All bow down to the master Mork." Another orc raises his hand. "Don't you mean Gork? What do I say? You said Mork." "Oh, right. All bow down to the master Gork." And this just goes in circles and circles. They keep repeating the same things over and over.
Vonnie sneaks back up and tells us what she's hearing.
nobody tries to slit their throats.
Yeah, seriously. Play how she would play.
Well, both
Slit its
Fonny
throat.
and the owl hear this.
Okay, I dismissed my owl.
Well, I mean,
What are they saying?
they seem to be talking about Gork and Mork or something like that.
They
You keep getting
try
names wrong.
to decide who their leader is unsuccessfully. They're like arguing about it.
I have not studied much of Orcish culture, but what I know is they do infamously worship two gods, Gork and Mork, and they seem to often get them confused.
Very curious creatures.
Rather dull if it's just up to me.
Yeah, should we just try and avoid them?
Shouldn't be hard to do. Let's just go.
They do seem to be busy.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's leave them be.
Whoever's not rolled stealth, roll stealth. So, Ulrich,
Hey, Copper. Could we get
Aethys,
some,
Vonnie,
invisibilities?
and Draven. Or if you want to cast invisibility.
Can we get some
I don't know if my 27 is high enough.
Why am I not seeing your rolls, Chad?
Can you roll for Vonnie and Draven?
Are we, so no invisibility?
Vonnie got a 24 earlier. You want to roll again?
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, and what about Draven?
It's not.
And then I got 15 for my second roll. That's my coppers.
Oh, your second roll, Scott. Right, then. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, you guys start sneaking your way behind a dune, and Ulrich seems to get some sand in his armor, and it rustles around and starts scratching and clinking as you're walking.
He just has chain.
Okay, in his chain. Nevertheless, he's making a fair amount of noise.
Oh, you bugger.
I hate it when that happens. And you do hear the chanting stop. Would you guys like to do anything?
Um,
I take off my blanket shawl and my backpack and grab my spear and listen.
What was that? Oh, I hear some fleshies. Hi,
really
boss.
quick.
You think that was
Quickly.
Gork? Shut up, you get. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna quickly cast.
Let's just stop.
I tell everybody to freeze, or at least I motion everyone to freeze, and I cast hallucinatory terrain over top of us, so that it looks like there's a. It looks like the dune goes further above where we are.
You've been waiting to use that one, haven't you?
I have that.
All right, the band of orcs seems to be about only 8 have followed the noise. They rise over the top of the dune, and looking around, they continue to trot in your direction, in your general direction, approaching the hallucinatory terrain. But we'll see.
Wait, they're still coming at us?
They're walking in your general direction where they heard the noise.
Now, are they walking, sort of looking around? Or are they like creeping towards us?
They're looking around. They don't know where it's from, but they definitely heard the crunching.
How far away are they from us?
At this point, I'd say they're probably about 30 feet.
And are they clustered or not?
Yes, they are.
Fireball!
You thought I was gonna cast Fireball, didn't you?
Common motion. Making me make checks already. God damn it.
Yep. All of that.
8 of them. You get.
Yeah, get it.
And I want them to be indifferent toward us if they happen to see us.
Okay. DC 20. Dang, Sean.
No, it's 16.
I mean,
My DC is
16 still.
It's not that high.
Okay. Three of the orcs seem to become nonchalant and start kicking around the sand. The other 5 seem to be determined to find what they heard.
You're not affected by peer
Um,
pressure?
It's like, eh.
Do we want to fight these guys?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to. I pull out illusion. No. I pull out an illusion. I'm going to cast
Just lead them away from us, whatever illusion you create.
a minor illusion to throw my voice.
think throw voice throws your voice. Or is
Well-
that actually a spell?
Okay, so minor illusion here. I create a sound or an image of an object within range. So it's within 30 feet.
Okay, what are you creating?
So I'm going to. Okay, it's gonna be. It's a voice, and it's the voice of a small. Oi me! They see me! They see me! I've got to run away! Oh, oi me!
Spoiler!
Okay.
Over towards the orcs, away from us. So it's if the orcs are coming towards us, we're here. It's over this direction from us. We're going this way.
Okay, a few of the orcs. What? Is that a snotling? The cheeky fucker. And they turn and start walking towards that way. The other orcs immediately fall to their knees, facing the direction of the sound. Oh, Gork, have mercy on me!
Oi, you little buggers! Bugger off!
Oh, no, that's definitely Mork. Mork, have mercy on me! And they start bowing their heads. You guys want to slip away?
Yes.
Alright, you all slip away behind the hallucinatory terrain as they're distracted by the minor illusion. And you make your way into the small mountain range that you see before you, Qatar. And as an hour or so passes, and in the distance, along a peninsula, you can see a great walled city. We have arrived, my friends. This is Qatar. As you approach the city, let's see. You approach the city, and the city is much more impressive than Jandesh was. It has very large, thick, and white, almost Babylonian-type walls surrounding it. Everything surrounding the walls itself is almost completely swallowed in a sea of sand, that of these ever-shifting dunes that you can visually see that they shift before you. A few sparse, obviously planted palm trees are around the perimeter. The borders of the city stretch along this coastal peninsula, all the way out and connecting with the sea at which you arrived. You approach what appears to be the main gate, and there's guards there, but they don't seem to take much notice of you, and you enter directly into the city. The structures here are absolutely beautiful in craftsmanship. They're, for the majority of these structures are round built. They seem to be built of marble with striped dark ebony stone alongside pillars. Most of the buildings are topped with a round bronze kind of rusted domes that have turned green with time. In many of the areas you see that sand has snuck its way through the city gates and has actually stained the once pristine marble. But as you start walking past most of the buildings, you actually notice that they're not stains at all, but they're actually faded murals. You see these faded murals covering every wall of every single structure. And from what you can surmise, these seem to be murals of various battles, scenes of agriculture, and the only recurring theme that you see is there seems to be these scenes of a mother giving birth to a child and that child growing throughout his lifetime.
Mar, what are these murals about?
This is how we write our history. Every family in Qatar has the opportunity to write the history of their house or the history of a nation. We write this so people may know our family.
So each person who once owned or owns these homes makes their own history? Writes their own family history? Fascinating.
Correct. We are very proud of our history here. You guys... Are you casting that again?
No, I was just
Okay.
I was wondering why I was saying it was a melee spell, so I re-put it in.
Okay,
It's,
fair enough. You guys walk down some streets. You notice that there are a fair amount of nobles here, and the classes are very apparent, but these people that once dressed in these bright colors that have now been bleached by the sun, you notice there's absolutely no slaves about them, which is polar opposite to what you had experienced in Jendesh. And what seems to have been normally friendly faces has kind of been taken over by a gloom on everyone. You continue to walk through the streets until you reach a small marbled house with engravings dancing around the doorframe. This is my humble abode, my friends. You can stay here until you are summoned to the palace.
thank you, Ma.
You guys enter, you see a small multi-storied shop with many layers of parchments about. It's just, you can tell that this man has been drawing maps and studying the geography of the landscape his entire life. Make yourselves at home. You are free to do as you wish until the king summons you. The guard will approach you at that time. He goes, sits down at his desk, and takes out some of these notes that he has been taking on his journey, and starts working.
So this place is just like filled with paper.
Yeah, just there's like layers of parchment everywhere.
It'd be a shame if something had happened to us.
There's pieces nailed to the walls, stacks upon stacks of paper.
Can you guys share my keyboard, by the way?
A little,
A little bit.
Like right now.
yes.
Okay. Crap.
What would you guys like to do?
Do we have any idea how long it'll take for them to summon us, or no?
You can ask.
That was me asking.
Oh, okay. Umar thinks for a moment, and he's, come to think of it, you are rather off schedule. They may not summon you at all. I would approach the palace and see if you can tell the prince that you have arrived.
We hire a messenger, or should we go in person?
I would go in person, personally.
Okay, and then also, are there any shops of note that we should go and see in the city? Any potion shops, any magical oddity shops?
Qatar is filled with wonders. It is yours to explore. This is a free city after all.
Under a prince.
Under a gracious prince. Do not forget it. This music is far too happy.
Thinking of something, Chad. I'm just going through my inventory here, and I have a Journal of Arcane Energy. Do you remember what that was?
Journal of Arcane Energy. No clue.
That's just been a book I picked up. Okay, well, I'm gonna say I left that behind as we're odd.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes. I probably should have written it down at some point, but
Do you think you got it in like the Elven Ruins?
I'm
Or-
pretty sure it was somewhere near the Elven Ruins because it's with a book of stone golems as well.
Maybe it was like directions on how to make the generator thing work. I don't know.
It might have been. Whatever the case,
That was so long ago.
I left it behind.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do? You're free to explore, continue along your
I'd
path.
like to hear my friend Ulrich.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, we should probably go stop by the palace and then go exploring.
Yes.
One more
I
question.
don't.
Do you guys have like fighting pits in the city that people can bet money on?
Of course not. You are a barbarian.
Not even just for fun.
If you wish to go back to Jindesh, my friend, you are welcome.
Not as a slave. I was just, for good rough and tough. You never know. Okay, never mind. Bye.
You denied fighting the orcs out there. Why would you want to fight in here?
Vani is going to be keeping her eyes open for thief raiding. Checking an eye, see if there's a thief's guild or anything like that around.
Okay.
I don't think she's actively going to go seek it out this time, for now.
For our sanity.
Already at the moment.
Let's see. I think we need money before we can go exploring the city. So I, for one,
We have a little bit of money. We should be okay.
but I do not. I'm saying for myself, it would be nice to get an income from the prince.
How much money do you need?
I don't know. Enough to live on. I have 10 gold pieces currently.
It feels, Lilac, that we've been traveling together quite a bit.
I mean, Lilac, I like you. You're a good guy. I'll make you a deal. If you
Yes.
can defeat me in combat, I will give you 500 gold.
If I can defeat you in combat. Somehow doubt this. And where are we fighting?
Please do not do this in my shop.
Do you,
I would
Is
suggest
there-
outside the city walls.
and we won't be bothered.
This is most unusual. Suppose
I
if you were to do
prefer-
it behind the dune or some such.
I prefer honest employment. I suppose.
Do you need money, my friend? I can loan you money if you wish.
No. Do not think on this. You already bought us, for goodness sake. We are here for a job, yes? Let us go work. Come on.
Give Lilac 250 gold.
I don't take it.
Fine, then I'm keeping that money forever.
Look, it is nothing personal. I just would rather work for money as
Well,
opposed
perhaps we can pick up a spare job in the city while we wait for the prince to summon us.
to. Perhaps that sounds good to me. Or we could. Fuck.
I was thinking of pulling out my tinkering kit and perhaps making a few toys and trying to sell them.
Imar, you said we should just go talk to the prince, yes? Or I.
Considering, from what I've heard, you were supposed to be here about 4 days ago.
Yes, we'll blame Abdu for that.
Yes. For that reason, when you were ready, I would approach the prince yourselves.
I think to avoid awkward circumstances, we should just go there now.
Probably wisest.
I'm sure the prince is well informed, and if he knows we're just walking around the city, messing around, I don't know how pleased he would be.
Well, move to the palace?
Imar, never mind. What? Yes, I vote to the palace.
Very good. Well, my home is always here if you need me.
And I thank you. If you ever need anything in the future, go no farther than to me.
Imar, do you happen to have a map of the city? That would help immensely.
I do, but it is very precious to me.
Well, maybe at least look at it so we know where the palace is.
I could pay you 10 gold.
I like you folk. I suppose I'll let you borrow it for now.
Take good care of it.
It is not finished, however. It's not labeled, that is, but I can tell you what things are. I'm thinking, okay.
I could change it.
You can't check.
Just kidding, it's not. Wait, yeah, it's right there. No, no, it's Jandash.
Okay. Alright, he kind of scuttles around some papers. And he seems to be really disorganized. Like, he doesn't really know where things are. He's kind of... Where is it? Kind of like talking to himself. And he finally finds a rolled parchment that he unrolls. He kind of pushes some stuff off the table and knocks it on the ground and unrolls this table. This is what they have came up with so far.
Magnificent.
I can't see it. Oh no.
It would have been so much easier to have managed to sail here.
The white dots are the points of interest that I'm still working on. But the prince is in the far south. Far south.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Where's your home on here?
My home would be right right about here.
Okay.
Excellent.
So we have a long way to walk. Interesting things to see along the way. Come, friends, let us go, please.
Palace is down here. Ulrich.
Right here.
And I leave the building.
I follow. We leave the map, though, with...
You may take it with you if you please.
Oh, well, you need to finish it.
I will procrastinate as usual.
Alright, if you insist.
There he goes and sits back down. You guys leave his home
Where's the palazzo?
and begin southward. Are you just gonna go straight there?
Did we peruse
I want to see the sights as we go. Not like wandering off the main trail, off the main road, but
As you
not like hurrying.
As you get more southward, the buildings definitely get more elegant and pristine. There's less artwork along the buildings. It seems like the artwork was more for the common folk, and this is really well upkept. There are numerous monuments. You see pillars, you see statues of various snapshots of battle. And you see water gardens along the way. The city is very obviously wealthy and far superior in status to Shandesh. There are numerous shops along the ways. There's similar bazaars to what you encountered in Shandesh, but rather than dealing in slaves, they're dealing in spices and all manner of strange and unique produce.
As we're
linens.
walking, I want to keep my eye out for a place that sells parchment and ink.
Parchment and ink.
There's one on the main road. I'm not going out of my way to look for it right now, but if I happen to see a place that sells this.
Now listen, my friends. If you are wanting to buy something, I'd advise asking me to buy it for you, as people here will probably hike up the prices. Oh.
And you walk into a small square along where you see the pillared monument. There's some stalls around the area. And Copper, you do notice there seems to be a small shop where this man has rolls of parchment.
Lilac, what is the barter around here? Is it usually coined for goods, or do people mind trading goods for goods?
Coin for goods, water for goods, usually in the more common areas, though.
Yes, Ulrika does seem to be bartering type of culture. There's definitely people along the streets bartering for things.
Do we know how long the trek should take to get there? Like, how long is the walk?
You can see it in the distance. It's down the south where the coastline ends, or excuse me, the coastline begins. You see atop a hill this grand palace that has a similar architecture to the buildings around you, but is much larger in size and stature.
I approach the merchant.
I'm just gonna walk around with this on, and if anything blips the radar, I'm gonna go look at it.
Okay. Ah, hello, Master Gnome. What may I
Hello,
do for you
friend.
today?
I need some parchment and I need some ink. I was wondering if you have any of the special colored ink. Something red or blue.
Yes, I have the most beautiful colors I have in all of Qatar. What color are you looking for?
That crimson looks very nice.
Ah, yes. This is made from a sheep's taint. The finest of the taints. I may give you a small pot for a simple 20 gold.
If I give you this wonderful mechanical fire starter, what trade would you get?
A fire starter? Are you mad, man? You sell me a fire starter in a parchment shop.
It's a mechanical box, you see. And all you have to do is move this lever, and fire will spring out.
What
The
use
most
will I
wonderful
have for
contraption.
this?
No use for it? That is a shame.
Does that burn the taint of sheeps?
Okay. Yes, my friend, I think you've sold the sheep's taint enough.
Who are you? I was bartering with this fine gnome. I do not know how to talk to your nomad kind. Get out of here.
Yes,
Very well.
yes.
I will give you a good price. I like you gnomes. How about 12 gold, eh?
12 sounds fair, Master Merchant.
Anything else you would like? Parchment, perhaps? A quill? In the
I
other
have
of my beautiful
I
array
have
of
a lovely
colours?
quill already, but some parchment, perhaps.
How much parchment would you like?
A small ream, 20, 30 pieces.
How big of pieces?
Oh, say.
I do it in length.
Ah, I see. Then in that case, I'll take.
How much did you say? You're literally cutting out when you say it.
2 meters.
2 meters, okay. Very good. 5 gold, eh?
5 gold. Alright. Very well.
Ah, you strike a good deal. He takes the parchment, rolls it out, takes
Hand
a
him.
very sharp blade, very thin sharp blade from his side pouch, and cuts a clean line across and hands you the roll of 2
And I
meters
hand him
of
17
parchment.
gold.
Very good doing business with you, my
Thank you
friend.
very much.
And he goes back to mixing his dyes and inks. What were you looking out for, Aethys? Magic, you said?
Anything that's it should blip the radar. Any kind of potion or like magical item.
It goes crazy. There seems to be magic items everywhere. Everything seems to be of some enchantment, but there's definitely a pull for a small shop at the end of the street.
I would like to go there.
Alright, do I notice Aethys wandering off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He seems to.
Okay, then I'm just gonna trail along behind him after tucking my purchases away.
Okay, do you all do the same, or what would you like to do?
Yes.
Vonnie's got her eye out for any thieves' cant on the walls or on rooftops or anything like that.
Anyone's throat.
Yeah, at this point, she doesn't seem to see any. It seems to all either be cleaned up or covered up. Especially in this area of the city, they don't seem to have much. They don't seem to be look very kindly towards people that graffiti on walls, or have even for the people that muralize the walls. You enter the end. You go along to the end of the block, and you see a small shop on the corner with an embroidered sign that says Mosby's Toesby's Alchemy Cosby.
See, they have mastered the art of the pun on this continent as well.
I think they are gnomes.
Would you like to
Go
enter?
in.
Okay. You enter the shop. A small bell rings, and it's just a flat desk with potions, alchemy ingredients, all around on shelves on the walls. And you see a little head pop up from behind the desk. This gnome clad in a very bright cyan and beige garb, wearing a tightly wound turban with a cyan feather atop his head. He has a white and graying beard that he has dyed cyan as well, and he carries like little pockets all around him with small samples of potions. Customers!
Good day, cousin!
Taster testers of potions.
Hello! Welcome to Mosby Toesby's Alchemy Cosby. How may I assist you today?
Copper, you can just take that on.
It's most wonderful to see a gnome friend about.
Cousin. Was not expecting to see one of our kind here in this distant land.
Oh, there are many of us here. Not many alchemists, I say.
I'm very uneducated about this place.
What can I do for you all?
I think my friend here was just looking around to see if we can find any objects of curiosity.
Oh, I have all sorts of alchemy ingredients, including potions and poisons. He looks at Vonnie, points at her.
You're very observant. That's funny.
So I can always point out a rogue. They wear black, you see. Now, you know what I always say. The difference between a poison and medicine is often in the dose. I have painkillers, poisons, acids, anything you wish. Now please, tell me, what do you desire?
Oh. Aethys?
Aethys has kind of just lost his shit at this point. He is like, just, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Tell me
very,
then,
very fabulous compared to the other people.
cousin,
using all this
what
stuff.
would interest a man of the cloth, a wizard?
Ah, wizard. Let me see. No, I think I have just the thing. He goes and scrambles into a back room. You hear some crashes and a few knocks. Oh, shit. He's going about. Let's see. He comes out with an array of tightly round scrolls, not much bigger than the palm of your hand, in a basket. I have spell scrolls.
Ah, you know what a man likes.
What spell would you like?
Ooh,
What do we have
hey,
here?
Do you have
All sorts.
Hex?
Hex. That's a naughty spell, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's a wizard spell.
That's
Wait,
definitely
is-
a warlock spell.
Yeah.
He kind of goes and searches through, like, not wanting to open all the scrolls all the way, kind of like peeking into it. Ah, yes! Hex, right here!
And how much would that be?
How much would you pay?
Let me see. I have this little potion. We've had it for a while.
Give him some
It is a
crimson ink
potion
to
of
dye his beard
fire
with.
breath. I was wondering if we could trade, barter, maybe put that in the exchange.
Show me specifics.
I bring out the potion of fire breath.
He puts it up to his eye, takes out a little eyeglass, extends it like it's a mini spyglass, zooms in on it, shakes a little bit. This is a common potion. I have many of these. Puts it back on the table.
And 100 gold. And that is my final offer.
It's your first offer.
And final. Athos doesn't really barter very well.
What level would you like this spell?
It's a first level. How do I do this without metagame? Like,
No, you
it's the lowest
I mean,
circle of magic for wizards, warlocks.
Just metagame.
Yeah, you can metagame at this point. I'm asking what level
It's
it's
a
at.
first level spell. It's like the lowest.
Can you even cast hex at higher levels?
what I was
Yeah,
wondering.
but I don't think it does anything except extend the duration.
Wow, that's what the higher levels would do. So you just want the first level?
Yeah, first level would be great.
I will take this for 100 gold pizzas.
Cool. I would like to buy it.
He hands you the scroll. It's a very teeny scroll. At your size, it fits smaller than the palm of your hand, but it's very long. You notice, if you were to unravel it. We're doing business with you. What about you, cousin?
What is... Well, I'm intrigued by this rope trick spell.
Rope trick.
Mm.
Not sure if I have any rope.
Yeah, you can climb by reaching the rope. You can reach by climbing the rope.
Let me check. He runs back. And
Most curious.
you hear some cupboards smash and hit back, and he comes back with a very stained scroll. I believe this is the rope trick. It has a little rope around it.
Say rape trick?
Please, Lilac.
Good lord, sir. Rope
I'm sorry.
trick.
I've been picking through the spells in the basket, and I spot one other one.
Okay.
It's a faithful hound.
Okay. Let's see. I'm metagaming, guys.
Cousin?
The rope trick I will give to you for 150 gold, and the faithful hound, I am afraid, would be nearer 700.
Then I'll have to wait on the faithful hound for now, though I'll be back for it. I'll take the rope trick.
Certainly, certainly. I can lower it to 647.
And at the moment, we're still waiting for payment on a job.
Ah, I see.
And as any gnome knows, we do not do credit.
Of course not.
Debts are friends to no one.
Would Vani or Draven like to buy anything? Or Lilac? Or Ulrich?
I think Bonnie would like to look at the poisons, just to see what he has.
There is a vast array on the shelves of small little canisters with loose corks on top. These are an array of potions. We do offer free samples. Is there any potion in particular? Any poison in particular?
I don't know enough about the poison she uses.
Oh,
Let me pull up a list.
Arcade system. No.
How about some of these dust poisons? Do you have any dust poisons?
of course we have dust poisons. We are in Zarket after all. He pulls out a little canister of a beigeish poison. What size would you like?
Do.
What does this do? I know what this does. The fuck is a dust boy?
It's it's a poison that's in a dust form. Make it up.
Is that canon?
It says in poisons.
Doesn't say the price.
No, it says inhaled. These potions are powders or gases that take effect when inhaled.
300 gold.
250.
250. I'll stab you.
264. And a handshake.
She glares at him, nods pertly.
Very good.
I shake for no man.
I think Ulrich might want to buy some stuff too.
Alright, so he did make the trade.
Yeah, she says, and thank you, darling.
And thank you, darling.
And we have
That's
all
like
manner of health potions. What were you looking for? And do you know, I have added my own concoction of flavors.
How many uses do you think that powdered poison should have?
2.
Flavored health potions.
Yes! We have aloe. 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 Hazelnut. And aloe.
Oh, damn, I wanted bubblegum.
The aloe is very popular.
No strawberry syrup.
Beagle, that sounds delicious.
Very well. What size of health potion would you like? All the sizes. There's
There's
seems to be about
Grande. I'll take a venti.
greater and superior.
there's like dozens of sizes.
What?
Potions?
There's
Large
4.
Oh, but he's made all the sizes in between. How much does a large potion cost? God damn it.
Like 5,000.
Yeah, okay. 5.
The superiors are really expensive.
Is this
Yeah.
superior what you're going for? Or are you going for grande?
I think he was joking.
No, I'm just Superior? Normal?
It's either 5,000 or 3. I don't know. Normal's like 50. It goes up exponentially. It's like 50.
Alright, let me look.
Oh, Chris, Wizards of the Coast released a new spell. Wizards can make minor health potions with a first level spell, so you can just check those out of your own accord.
That'd be cool. You know what it's called?
Just look at Unearthed Arcana and new spells. It's one of the new wizard spells in here. I can look it up.
Alright, let's say for now, let's do it like 2,000 silver. Or no, 1,000 silver.
You mean 100 gold?
No, I mean 1,000 silver.
It's literally just called Healing Elixir.
Okay, let's do like 200 gold. 10,000 gold. Yeah. Take off 200 gold. And you get 2 hazelnut potions of healing.
Do you have any... pain medications?
I do. Would you like to come to the back to look at the pain medications?
Sure.
Can I just insight that? I don't even know what it's for. I just want to insight it.
Yeah. Lilac.
Sean, were you talking about this healing elixir one?
It's a new spell they came out with for wizards.
Okay.
Damn it!
What are these?
Huh?
What's this pain medication, Chad?
22.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think pain medication means? Narcotics, drugs, things.
Things that are off the record.
Well, they might be on the record
Yeah,
here. I don't know.
that's true.
Are they?
It depends what you're looking for. He takes you into his small back room that's just like cluttered with empty potions and dried bay leaves and all sorts of ingredients.
Any basil?
There's a small no basil you can smell, but there's definitely thyme for sure.
Turmeric.
He takes you to a small corner, and there's this small little chest in the corner, and takes out a little key and turns it. The chest opens up, and it comes out in layers of shelves. The chest, and you see
Like a tackle box.
multiple rows of pain medication.
I'm just looking for Tears of the Poppy.
Are you sure you're not interested in anything more exquisite?
Very sure, yes.
How much gold do you have on you?
I have some lovers do I could trade. I also have 10 gold pieces.
It's about 50 gold pieces per use.
Bam. Damn.
Expensive ass drugs, man.
I know.
Alright, I'll tell you what. You give me your the other one you named, and I will give it.
Okay. Well, more or less, I only wanted to establish that I could buy in the city. Once we're done with the job or whatever, I'll be back.
There are others about if you wish to find them cheaper. I normally would not say this, but I do sell the highest grade, and you don't seem like you need.
Oh, of course,
the
of course,
highest
yes.
grade.
Oh, okay. Just out of curiosity's sake, when I left, this was more or less acceptable. What is it? What do people? How do people view this now?
Oh, it's very acceptable, but
Okay.
if you want to get it untaxed, you come to the back of the shop.
I see. You are very trusting in strangers.
You're not a
Alright.
stranger, are you?
I suppose not.
You're obviously Qatari.
All right. Well,
You wish
I
to sell
pre-
me your lovers too.
Okay. Yes. Sure. I only have one dose, but sure.
May I inspect it?
It pulls out a small leather bag / glass vial. I don't know what this drug's like. Yeah,
It's
that's
a,
what
it's a
I
small little pod. A round
Okay.
little pod. Glass pod. He takes it, looks at it really close in the eye, sniffs it. This is quite damp for Dune, no?
Do you want it or not?
Yes.
30 gold.
Okay.
Now,
Do you want to insight check that?
Yeah.
'Cause I think you would know.
I don't know anything.
This is
about-
easily.
Oh.
This is easily worth 1,000 gold.
Oh. 800 gold.
You have a deal.
Okay.
He takes the stimulant from you and gives you 800 gold pieces.
Now I would like to buy Tears of the Poppy.
Okay. Like
Now,
as much
do
as
we-
you can buy.
We have an addict, guys.
Well, this is what I'm going to ask here is, like, how stealthy are you about this concerning us?
I think we're in the back room.
Yeah.
I know,
Uh,
but
you guys
Okay,
can't hear
I
this.
feel
Like,
like
did we notice
I've
you
been
insight was
slipping off,
pretty good.
or
Yeah,
I
you,
I've been
kinda have an idea
rolling-
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been rolling stealth checks like days before, like when I was on the boat and stuff. But I've like slowly been like less coy with it. Like when we met Imar, I just smoked it like out in the open. But I didn't really think any of you guys would really actually know what it was. But
good,
then
just figuring out where we're all at.
yeah. Okay. So yes.
it's 50 gold per.
So 50 gold per. I just got 800 gold. So I don't want to buy all of it. But,
He does offer other things that may have a more long-standing effect from your experience.
I want to stay in the gateway of this gateway drug.
Very good.
So 600 divided by 50. I would like to buy 12 Tears of the Poppies.
Oh,
That's
very good. And
That's
how much is
600.
that?
600 gold.
600.
But for a discount, yes, for
How much is
volume.
discount?
50 gold.
This I can do.
Okay. So 550, that leaves me with 260 gold pieces, which is a lot better than I was doing earlier.
You get 12 doses.
Awesome. You're doing drugs.
Alright. He leads you back
Cousin.
to the front of the shop.
Cousin, I catch his eye when he comes out. I've been picking through these spells here still. I found this one that I've never seen before. I'd be wondering if you'd be willing to make a trade for it.
Oh,
I found this in my pack. I'd forgotten I had it. I pull out a scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement.
did you? You just found.
Well, I didn't remember I had it, and it is in my list, so.
Okay.
But I already know this spell. But I don't know this new one. This healing elixir.
The spell is called Healing Elixir.
It's a first level conjuration.
It's not base. But
Yeah, it's not base.
It's produced by Wizards of the Coast though, so
Yeah. So it's
so I say it's fine. I don't know what you say.
This one I sell for 50 gold pieces.
but with trade for this other scroll.
What level is the other scroll? What
The
levels
other one
are
is,
there?
I believe, level 3rd. I think it's 3rd level.
I will trade for this.
Thanks. Thank you.
Fantastic. He looks quite proud of his scroll and he pushes it into a corner of the basket.
Oh, cousin. Do you have any pipe tobacco? Pipe weed? Something?
Your cousin's here. Where is he? I see no brown people. You
It's
mean
a joke, Lilac. You can laugh.
Very well, yes. Well done. I'm afraid I don't actually know your name.
It's right on the shop, sir.
I cannot read very well.
My name is Mosby Toesby.
There's Mosby. Okay. Mr. Mosby, do you have in your store
Yes,
pipe tobacco?
of course, cousin.
Okay.
Turns and gets, and gets a small sack of tobacco. How much would you be needing?
How much would I be needing? Of course. How much would 30 gold get me?
A sack about a good size of your hand.
Good enough.
It seems like it'll last a fair while, but based on how much you smoke, maybe 5 days.
I don't smoke a lot.
You don't smoke a lot? Okay, if you're not smoking every day, it'll last a while. All right.
Okay. So 30 gold.
30 gold.
So what do I write down? Just
Common smoking tobacco.
okay.
Anything else? Anything else to make you quite rich, you see?
Come on.
Mr. Mosby, you wouldn't happen to have any magical items, per se, or would you know where we could find some?
This I do not have the license to sell.
But do you know who does? Rings,
Only
jewelry,
narcotics and potions.
weapons, armor.
There may be some about, but if you are to truly wish for the most deluxe of magical items, you should find your way to Bahagar.
And where is that in the city?
No.
Could you show me on?
This
who
is another
Copper, can you show
city,
me
about 100 miles that way.
Bahagar.
Which way is he pointing?
He's pointing towards the direction in which you came, towards the general direction of the Devil's Backbone. And you do have a map, so you can see where Bahagar is.
Oh, I see it.
So we can't move. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Well,
This
Thank
is
you.
where the Grand Council of Magi is, and all the magic items of your dreams are held.
I should have to make a point to visit there at some point.
Bahagar.
I would suggest it.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think we have tallied enough in the store.
Yeah, I've got plenty, thank you.
Very good, very good. And remember, tell your friends about Mosby Toesby's Alchemy Cosby.
We will, cousin.
Exit the shop and the bell rings behind you.
Okay, so meta note, how do you spell that?
Good lord.
I spelled it.
I spelled it
M-O-
Melsby Telsby, but then you said Mosby Tollsby's.
It's
I said M-O-S-B-Y. Is there an L in it?
Moseby
M-O-S-B.
Toesby.
Oh, jeez.
Alchemy, and Cosby is Coseby.
Thank you.
Mosby Toesby's Alchemy Cosby.
Okay.
Alright.
Dope.
Pockets considerably lighter, but packs fuller. We march on to the palace.
All right. You continue through the streets, the palace. You can see it in the distance. The city's fairly bustling, but doesn't seem to be overly crowded. The streets are rather wide, and there's well-laden brick about. The guards walking around are much more prestigious than they were in Jandesh. They wear gold-embroidered armor and tall spiral hats. You, in particular,
They have
Lilac.
curved swords.
You, in particular, Lilac,
Curved swords.
know them very well as the High Prince Guard.
Yep.
You approach.
I used to be one. I used to be one.
You approach the southern end of the peninsula, and in front of you is another wall with an adorned gate before entering the palace, and 2 guards standing at the front.
I guess I walk up to one and say, "Excuse me, sir, we were summoned by the prince." Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. We are summoned by the prince. We are. What do you call
What?
yourselves?
The League of
We are the
League
League
of
of
Extraordinary Explorers.
Extraordinary Explorers and Lilac of the Road, summoned by Prince for a job.
You are foreigners. I have no record of this summoning.
I'm not foreign. You're foreign.
You do not even know how to address the prince.
I'm sorry, I've been gone for a while.
Seemingly.
Anyway, it will be your head on a plate if you do not let us in. Ah,
Are you threatening me, sir?
no, the prince will. Okay, listen.
You will refer to him as the High Prince of Qatar, and nothing
Yes.
else.
High Prince of Qatar, summoned us for a job.
Again, I have no record of this. He stands back at attention.
Do you have a commanding officer we could talk to?
The royal cartographer would vouch for us. Imar?
There are many Amars here. It's a common name.
Imar Batuta Singh.
If he names
Not
himself
funny.
Royal Cartographer, does not mean he's a part of the court. All men that have worked for the High Prince
We
have given the
were
title of Royal.
brought by Abdu, the royal messenger.
Again, a very common name.
Do I know
I was
Abdu's
never
last
given
name?
this paper, Ulrich. I don't know if anybody else has it. I know Abdu had it at one point, but I don't.
Ate this.
Would I have that? I wasn't even here.
What did you guys do with it?
It was when we first got on the boat, so I don't know if anyone officially has it.
I think you had it, Chris, because you read it.
No, I didn't ever read it. I was behind the group when I arrived and everyone was already talking to Abdu.
To the VOD! Just kidding.
I don't think we ever really thought it was that important, so I don't know that we wrote it down as having it.
Okay. Well, rock, paper, scissors for who has it?
If you put it in the bag of holding, I have it. If someone else has it, they have it.
It has to be in your inventory.
I wasn't here to put it in my inventory.
That's true.
Ay, vey. Pirates, slavers, and our final adversary, the palace guard.
I started smoking tobacco.
Please stand 50 strides from the gates if you are to smoke.
And may the wind ever grace your steps. Let's start walking
Can I
away.
talk to you a moment? We go out of earshot of the
And I
guy.
pull Aethys aside and we start burrowing through our bags looking for this note.
Okay.
And if neither of this works, I feel like it would be a decent time for, you to be suggestive to him.
Well, I also have a spell that could work, but
Just as long as we're sure it doesn't go wrong. I don't want to be on the bad side of the city guard.
well,
And as you guys continue looking through your bags and talking amongst yourselves, a figure approaches you. Did I hear that you are having trouble entering the palace?
And who are you?
Myself, you may call me Aline the Explorer.
nothing like a similarity between a number of these characters.
How many explorers are... And how, Aline the Explorer, would you help us, the extraordinary
Adventurer people do.
adventurers, to enter the grand palace of the Prince of Qatar?
I can get you into the palace.
No, but how?
This is secret. If I tell you, you'll have no need of my assistance.
And what are you getting?
And what would you like in return?
Adventure.
Well,
Done.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He has a crimson tunic that has all manner of hanging relics of adventure. He has a long saber at his side, a very long, expressively long lilac pipe, and short brown hair, and a very luscious curled mustache.
Listen, if he can get us into the palace, then I'm assuming he has good credentials.
but if we get into the palace, what do we do if we don't have these official summons?
Aline, this is above board, yes?
I would do nothing below board, my friend.
Frankly, I'm about ready to give up and just go home, seeing as the prince doesn't appear to want to actually see us then.
That's
I'd
true.
like to
Or we could
insight
go to
the Explorer.
the Magic City. Bahagar, that one.
Well, do you accept my offer? What? Insight? What are you inciting?
Him and all of his shiftiness. What does he want out of us? What is he trying to gain? Does he have only...
His intentions for adventure seem genuine, but he doesn't seem like the above board kind of person.
Wait, he does or he doesn't?
He does not. He seems very shifty with his ways, but capable.
Listen, Aline.
Just, I don't see the point of going to the palace if we don't have an apparent summonings.
That's true. We could go to Bahagar. Whatever it's called.
Bahagar.
You would think that the High Prince of Qatar would have a better... He did summon us, but from everything I've seen so far, the pirates are seemingly cowardice. Being captured by slavers, I do not have great faith at the moment.
No,
This all
this
seems to be...
is a horrible
Shanghai.
place to live.
I'm waiting.
Chris, we should just go be very suggestive with yourself, and if that doesn't work, then we can turn around and go.
What, do you want me to go... you want me to go flirt as copper?
No, like, as in, like, the second
Oh.
level wizard thing.
Troubles with guards. Thank you, Mr. Adventurer, but I don't see the need at the moment.
I think you do.
Well, then do elucidate.
Sell yourself.
You are at the palace. I can get you in the palace.
Yes, but once we are inside the palace, if we are not supposed to be welcomed inside, who's to keep?
It's not as though
That
most
one.
of us are rogues and cut purses. We have no
Not here
particular
to
business.
assassinate anyone.
No, of course. I said I'm above board.
Jeff, then I would take you up on our deal immediately, but we were officially summoned here.
So was I.
Yes.
My insight cover that.
Just he seems shifty, but he definitely wants to get into the palace.
Oh, Kirby asks him for his summons.
If I had a summons, I would not be out here, would I? I too must enter the palace and speak to someone in the palace about something regarding the palace.
You're in love with someone in there, aren't you? Some beautiful princess or something. Look at this guy right
Blushes.
here. Now tell me. Now tell me, Aline, if we help you, I'm assuming you need our help, otherwise you wouldn't be out here. If we help you, and you are caught in the bedchamber of some lady, who's to keep them from cutting off my penis? Or everyone else's?
Well, I assume when you're taken by the guard, you will be noticed for your summons.
We don't have summons. That's why we're here.
I believe our summons is still on a ship occupied by pirates. Well, not pirates. Well, slavers, pirates are the same.
This is my offer. I will take you into the palace, and we will figure out from there.
Pass.
I'm going to pass as well. I don't want to be in trouble in a foreign land.
Listen, no, wait. Okay, so Imar, he bought us out of Jandesh because he recognized that we were summoned, right? That's what he told us?
Mm-hmm.
You recognized us, so...
So, how about, Mr. Aline, you give us your business card, we go back to Amar, see if that works out for us, and if not, we'll give you a call.
Do you happen to have parchment?
I happen to have parchment. Would you look at that?
We literally just bought parchment.
I take my knife and I slash a small piece off of one of the
This is very
quill
nice
in the ink.
parchment. He takes out a little utensil quill. He has a pot of ink on his near his shoulder. He unscrews it, dips it,
Very cunning.
and writes down his name and how you can contact him.
We'll be in touch then.
Now, I wish to enter the palace tonight, if possible. My mission requires that I do so. And he turns around and scurries off.
Alright. Back to Amar then, I suppose.
You guys gonna go back to Amar? Everyone?
Yes.
And Chad, correct me if I'm wrong. Can't Bonnie forge documents like extremely well?
You remember what was in the document?
I think you have to be an assassin for that.
Oh, so you picked the crap spec. Never mind.
Okay, in that case, you guys make your way back to the House of Amar, and he's still writing away on his notes. Back so soon, my friends.
Would not grant us audience.
Ima, we seem to have lost our official summons when we were taken by the slavers,
Ah.
and having no contact within the palace. They will not recognize us.
You are a miss, are you not? You lose your messenger, and now you lose your summons.
Being attacked by pirates and slavers will do that to a man.
That's what
Or
happens
no.
when you trust magical compasses.
Magical compasses. Anyways,
How about we have our rogue ask our magical compass to find our summons?
It's probably on the boat. Back in Jandesh. Do you want to go back to Jandesh to go pick it up? Bye there.
We can at least see where it goes.
Alright, fine. Bonnie pulls out the compass.
okay.
Focuses very hard on the
And she says, I wish to find our summons from the Prince of Qatar.
I'm the High Prince of Qatar.
Okay, she waits for a moment, and the compass begins to vibrate a little bit. As she opens her eyes, spins in circles.
The heck does that mean?
I think that means somebody put it in a paper shredder.
That was helpful.
You just say 404 magic item not found.
It's a piece of shit.
Mar, what is your suggestion?
I have no pull with the palace.
What kind of
tell
a
you-
Yet
royal-
you recognized us.
How did you recognize us? At the...
I am friends with Abdu. I suppose. I could send a message to Abdu's contacts in the palace and tell them.
You could, we'd be most appreciative.
And do you know anybody by the name of what is it? Aline the Adventurer.
I have not heard this name.
Okay.
He sounds like a douchebag, though.
Meh. He just has dusty balls, I think. I think that's yeah.
Don't we all in Zarket?
Yes.
Alright, he writes down a note appearing to be to contacts within the palace that know Abdu, and he goes outside, finds a boy, gives him some gold, and the boy runs off towards the palace. You guys, are you guys gonna wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down with a tinkering kit and just start making some stuff.
Okay, so let me know how many hours I can mark off.
You wait only about half an hour, and the boy runs back. No, I'm sorry, the boy doesn't run back. You wait about half an hour, and then you hear a knock on the door, and there are guards outside. Yes, how may I help you? You have found the League of Extraordinary Explorers. Yes, they're right over there. He points towards you guys, and you see a tall captain that's much more well adorned than the rest of the guard. He has silver inlaid armor all around him, and has a woven cape that he wraps around his neck and drapes down one of his shoulders. I'm Andor. You were quite late. Usually you're this late to summons.
Apologies. We were.
Our ship sank. We were attacked by sharks.
We fell prey to pirates and then to slavers, and if it was not for Imar here, we would not have likely reached here at all.
Thank you, sir.
You should pay him for buying us.
Buying you. Are you not free men?
We are
You purchased us
now.
the slavers and then freed us.
This is very noble of you, Omar. You may take it off your tax returns. And he turns and starts walking out the door.
Goodbye, Amar.
Thank you, my friend.
Andar. Oh, okay, you're saying goodbye to Omar.
I'm gonna hang back and just ask him. So how much were we about?
Do not concern yourself with this. I like to help where I can. It is for the good of the High Prince, after all.
For the
I'd like to be able to return in some form.
If you must know, you were about 5,000 gold each.
Holy crap!
The rogue was 2,000.
What the fuck?
Do not worry this. I have saved my coffers for a day in which I can help the land of Qatar. Plus, I can take it off my tax returns now. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, friend.
We can buy 4 of us.
Shit, what can I give this guy? I'm gonna give him a ring.
Okay.
A ring of magical blowjobs.
This is a very special ring. I hope it can in part repay you for what you've done for us, and walk away.
I appreciate this.
Wait, what is it?
See, he
Always
turns
keep it
around and
on your
seems to... tries to push the ring, doesn't really fit his finger, so he ends up putting it on his pinky. He seems pretty happy
Magic
with this.
items fit
This
whatever
new
they
jewelry.
want.
Chad, Sean, it's flavor. Flavor text.
Fine, fine.
You guys turn around and follow the guards?
Yeah.
Alright, you follow this escort of guards towards
What was his name again?
the captain. It's Andar. A-N-D-A-R.
I really hope we don't need that ring later.
What ring was it?
Yeah, what ring was
A
it?
ring of feather falling.
Jeez.
Oh.
I
Well,
hope Amar
I
doesn't
can
need it in
cast
the
it,
future.
so.
Yeah, Ulrich could have used that.
I'm pretty sure it's
Why?
Why?
it's a 2 so I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have used it anyway.
Why?
You find your way back to the palace gates, and they open up before you. 2 guards that were there before kind of looked surprised. You're actually going through with an escort this time.
I'm kind of like waving at them and flashing my smile. Kind of like mockingly.
And they seemed so mocked.
Ha! Get mocked!
roll a mock check.
Performance check.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just kidding. Oh,
Yes!
they're quite embarrassed
Yeah.
that they're now being
Great.
escorted by their captain into the palace. You enter the palace gates. There are rows and rows of columns before you, wrapped in vine. Everything seems to be made of different shades of marble, from the darkest ebony to the whitest white, or kind of a creme color. And there's different designs throughout these marbled bricks across the entirety of the palace. You enter what seems to be a main chamber that has even more extravagance as the marbled brick gets smaller and smaller, more intricate, almost like a mosaic, as it transforms itself into different paintings, almost like the murals you saw before, but these ones are actually etched into the marbled stone. He takes you off to the left side. You go up some stairs, and you enter what appears to be palace chambers. This is a perfectly circular room surrounded with silken couches with a large bed that has the drapes above it. And near the center, there's some cabinets about and a balcony in which you can look out from the outside of the palace. Here will be your chambers until you are summoned tomorrow. You may do as you wish, enter and leave the palace. People now know your name, and the prince will summon you when he is ready.
Thank you. Sir, being a foreigner, I'm not accustomed with the palace protocol for when we address the prince. Is there someone I can speak to about what's expected of us?
That would be myself.
Could you enlighten us on how we should speak with the prince when we are summoned?
Do not speak unless you are spoken to. As you enter his chambers, there will be a long hall, and you must crawl on your knees toward him. Do not look him in the eye unless he speaks directly to you. He now knows you by name, and you refer to him only as the High Prince. Consider him as your god as you stay here.
If he's the prince, do you guys have a king as well, or
High Prince.
my apologies?
We do not have a king. We had a king long ago. No more. His son has taken over, and he is the High Prince of Qatar. Any further questions? I'm very busy.
Is there a library I could visit in this place, or near the city? I'd like to learn more of your history.
We do. There's a library. Kind of shows you like he pulls out like a small parchment that has a floor plan. It's a library down to the south of the palace.
Thank you very much.
The little mall pamphlet.
Yeah, a little wall pamphlet. It's like, you are here.
You are here. Could you bring me some shaving cream?
It is in the chambers. He points to the water closet, and there's
Okay.
all manner of shaving creams within.
Okay.
If you do not further
All right,
questions, I will be on my way.
I think we're set.
Very good. If you need anything further, yell. Turns and walks out. Closes the double doors behind him. You're now left in a very elegant marbled circle room.
I'm gonna go see if there's any space for bathing in one of these side chambers. 'Cause it's been a long time since I've been able to have a nice bath.
And there is a very deep bath that has already been filled.
Only one.
Only one.
Is it like a big bath, like a public bath, or like a individual bath?
You could fit 2 people if you wanted, but it's an individual bath.
What do you think, Copper?
I think if you want to go first, be my test, I would prefer my own space.
The bath is everything in here seems to be very circular, including the bath itself seems to be almost like a large bowl made of
No. Go ahead. By all means.
made of a deep copper, like a deep dark copper. Yeah, it's perfect for you.
Be to the skin of nose.
Copper.
And underwards, under the bath, there's small holes in which steam rises and heats the bottom of the bath.
Wow. I
Nice
guess
for no comfort.
we're not sleeping in dorm rooms in an academy anymore, huh?
Right, guys?
It is a palace, after all. And my house was perfectly nice.
No, I was
If
talking
a
about.
little crowded.
I was talking about.
No, I'm saying that's where else we stayed, so.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome to do whatever you wish until you are summoned.
I'm gonna go
Aye.
bathe and groom myself and trim my beard up a bit. Maybe shave all the way.
We're going to be summoned the next.
Yes, you're gonna be summoned tomorrow. He didn't specify when exactly, but should be tomorrow.
Okay. I have a question for either Chad or Philip. I don't care which. So I want to make a thing with Hex, my Hex scroll, for enchanting. I have a +1 Featherfall shield. Can I overwrite the Featherfall and make it Hex while keeping the +1, or do I have to make a completely new item?
I think you have to get a new item.
Yeah, I think we'd override it.
No, I want it to override that, or is that not a thing?
Oh, you could
Like,
get
I
it.
want,
You
I
could.
want the Featherfall to be deleted and put in Hex instead.
You can look around to see if there's any enchanters in the area that would be able to disenchant the item for you.
Can I not disenchant my own stuff?
You can certainly try. You've never really done it before, at least in this experience of this campaign.
Okay, can I look for someone who does have that experience? She
Yes.
said I could look around.
Yeah. Is that what you're going to do?
Yes. What would you like me to roll?
Investigation to see if you can find an enchantment shop. What is this item exactly? It's your shield?
What?
Is this item just your shield?
Yeah, it's a +1. I think it's supposed to be a flying shield, but Chad made it a featherfall shield.
It's supposed to be anything. It's just a thing I made.
Well, it's the item in the book is, if you're like looking it up on Google.
I'm not. But
14.
okay. You search around and there seems to be you have to actually exit the palace, but nearby there seems to be a shop, a stone shop that has recognizable arcana inscriptions along its title.
And what is its title?
Its title is The Prancing Griffin.
That's an awesome title. I go in.
Go in and there's a human male inside, clad in a silken orange tunic, and with a fez atop his head.
Hello?
Hello, my friend.
I was wondering if you could help me with a project I'm working on.
Yes, you need something of enchanting.
Well, I can enchant it myself, you see, but I was wondering if I could have a part of an item's enchantment disenchanted, and then I could add my own on top of it.
Oh,
I've never really done that before, so I was wondering if you had any experience in this. You could
I have done
teach
this.
me a little bit.
Let me see. You give him the shield.
I give him the shield, and then I have the scroll next to it if he needs to read it.
He takes a look at it. Kind of rubs this feather that he takes out over it. And kind of inspects it. I will be able to do this for 425 gold.
Just the disenchanting or the enchantment as well?
Just the disenchanting, of course. This is not an easy task. It would probably be easier to get the new item altogether.
Do you have any new items altogether, or know where they can be found?
Not shields. This sort looks from Brethelia, no?
Yes, definitely.
We do not make this here, but we do have shields of our own sort.
And do you know where I can look for one of those?
I believe there is an armorer that makes shields across the way. He points across the...
And are they of
Courtyard.
this quality, or?
This I cannot vouch for. I do not use shields.
Okay, I will go check this out, and I will probably return and keep your offer in mind.
Very good.
Thank you.
The shop's name is Abdu's Chastity Belts and Armorers.
I go to the other shop.
Alright, the other shop is a much more wooden and oak-based shop. And it seems to be, there's a general blacksmith forge inside, and there's a man with dark hair tied into a ponytail in the back, working away on some pauldrons. And atop the shop says, "The Dancing Lance."
I'd like to go in.
Alright, you go in. Tung, tung, tung. He's working away on a set of armor.
Hello, my friend?
Hello.
I was pointed in this direction. I was wondering if you had any shields I could look at, or perhaps I could special order one.
Common nice, speak not well. But, shields there. He points to a corner, and there's several shields already made in a corner. Most of them, almost all of them are round in nature and seem to be made of either leather or a studded leather. There's one in particular that is made of all metal and is kind of in an octagonal shape. And it has the head of a dragon in the center.
Can I identify it and figure out if it's anything besides just a normal shield?
Yes.
I do that.
Alright. It's a +1 steel shield. No magical properties that you can tell.
And how much for this one, sir?
This is my pride and joy, but 250 gold.
Do you think that I could special order a design and have it be ready by tomorrow? Something of this caliber.
He looks at the shield. This is very nice craftsmanship. I could have it ready for you within 3 days.
I don't know if we're gonna be there that long. Yeah, that sounds good to me. And I explain what I want. I want it to be, you know, the Nilfgaardian symbol, the sun.
Yep.
I want that on a red background, and I want it plated gold.
Plated gold. Okay.
Yeah, for the sun, and that's it. Just a +1 with that.
May I use this shield as a template?
My shield?
Yes.
I kind of need it, unless you have one that I can borrow in the meantime.
One moment. He runs to the back, brings back some parchment, and kind of sketches the design of the shield you have. I believe this shall do.
Yeah. And how much would that cost me?
50 gold for a prepayment, and 400 upon delivery. If you wish it to be gold.
How about 400 total? 50 of those make me prepayment.
415.
Deal.
Alright. You give him 50 gold. And he puts the paper aside and continues working on the pauldrons.
I return
Return to the palace?
to the palace, yeah.
Okay. Alright, Copper, what are you doing?
I am bathing, going to the library to pick up a book on history, and then sitting down and copying my spells in my spellbook.
Okay. You just want
And if I have extra time after that, I'm going to go clothes shopping for a nice new robe.
Oh, okay. You just looking for a general book on history?
Yeah, just on the history of Qatar, just so I can read up and sort of be a bit more
Okay, make an investigation check.
rounded on the subject. Investigation. Oh wow, had a hard time finding it.
You find a thickish brown tome that just says in golden letters Sarket on it, and it's well worn. The pages are bent and it seems to be missing a few pages, but it's still rather heavy. And the librarian doesn't really question you checking it out.
Your Uncle Norman taught you how to flick your wrist.
Alright,
Ah.
Lilac, what are you doing?
I'm gambling.
You're gambling? Okay.
I think Bonnie's going to go out and poke through the market and sort of just wander around.
Okay, she does.
I don't think she's looking for anything in particular, just trying to find any sign of a thieves' guild or something.
Okay.
Ulrich, Actually, I probably don't even see her leave. Never mind. I'm going to go meditate now. Monk meditation.
One more thing on the way back. I don't want it to take that much time though.
Oh, go ahead.
Want really, 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 really nice candle wax and a wick.
Okay, make an investigation check. And Lilac, make a perception check.
If I find the adventure guy sneaking into my room, I will be upset.
But you think he's coming to see you?
As you go down to sit in the corner to meditate, you sit on what seems to be a box with sharp corners. Do you look at said box?
I look at said box.
It seems you have sat on a game board
A game board.
that says Sinet on the side.
Sinet. Interesting.
What was your investigation? Okay, you don't necessarily find a candle wax shop, but there seems to be a shop near the palace that sells oddities. You surmise there might be something of the nature of what you're looking for in there.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to go in and look for any kind of, I don't know if it's beeswax that they use for candles, just like super nice candle wax
Okay. And you enter the shop,
and a wick.
and the shop is entitled Oddities and Oddities and Oddities.
My favorite type.
Athos, you should look for like earrings that you can talk to your friends with.
Oh shoot, that's a really good idea. Okay, yeah, I'll look for those here too.
Voice of your friend that's in your head. He's not actually there. He's just thinking it.
You enter
Yes.
oddities and oddities and oddities, and there is another gnome, not nearly as well clad as Mosby that you met before, sitting at a small stool, toying and tinkering with some oddities.
Hello, sir. I am looking for a couple of things. I am looking for candle wax, a wick of some type, and I was wondering if you had any type of earrings or
Yes.
adornments.
Wax. You want wax for me own ears?
Like really nice wax, like not from ears.
I've got camel wax.
What kind of wax?
Wax.
Camel wax.
How is that procured?
Through camels.
If you say through their taint, I'm just gonna quit.
Through camels' ears.
Can I look at this wax?
Yes. He goes under the desk, pulls out a bowl, slops it down. There's like a pile of wax.
No.
Is this like nice looking wax, or is it like really grody looking?
Looks like it's been melted and unmelted a few times, but it seems to be pure wax.
How much for this?
1 gold.
And do you have any red dye that I could mix with the wax?
Hmm.
Get this into some kinky shit.
Camel's blood.
Sure.
He goes under again, pulls out a bowl, drops it down, some blood splatters on the table.
And a wick of some type? Slow
God.
burning, please.
Camel's tail.
Camel's dead. He turns around, shuffles a little
They're the
bit.
secrets. They're not actually from camels.
He turns around, shuffles a bit, turns it back around, and holds the thread. Thread!
And then, let's see, how many of us are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you sell any earrings?
Earrings.
Yes, I'd like 6 of them.
Camel's
Camel
earrings.
boy.
Camel rings.
I'm so curious as to what these look like.
Earrings! He runs back into a corner, ruffles around in a small chest, comes back, and drops several rings on the table.
And their
These-
earrings, like they would be fine.
and their rings seem to be just separated pieces of chainmail.
Could you wear one comfortably?
Comfortably is a strong word.
Okay, I'm gonna pass on those. I'm just gonna buy the candle stuff.
Okay.
So how much for the wax and the dye blood?
The wax is
and the
1
wick?
gold. The dye is 400 silver. And what was the last thing you got? The thread.
Wick.
The wick is like 2 copper.
So in total, 2 gold.
Sure.
2 gold.
Would you like more wick? I've got some right here. Starts like unraveling his tunic.
Some what?
Wick.
Yeah, sure.
He unravels more of his tunic, pulls it off. 2 copper.
Yeah. I just give him 3 gold and hurriedly leave.
3 go-
my
Okay.
face.
All right.
And I'd like to work on that for the remainder of the night.
All right. Awesome. Okay, Ulrich, what are you doing?
Stay.
Okay, you find the balcony within your chambers. It's a very nice balcony. Like, of all the balconies you've seen, this is the nicest one.
Is there Bathsheba? Bathsheba.
That's super. Yes, you do. And the sun sets, and there are numerous stars before you. You haven't really noticed the stars before, but they're are extremely numerous, and there's many constellations in the stars that you have not seen in your homeland.
Sure, Philip. I
So
wanted to get like a turban.
you want to get a turban?
I want to get a turban.
Oh yeah, who else wanted to go clothing shopping?
I was going to as well.
Okay,
Tassarion, what are you doing here?
go out together.
I would just lose my shit.
You both go out together to search for a clothing shop.
Yeah, we're buddies.
All right, one of you make an investigation check, or with advantage.
You go, buddy. I don't think I have a very good.
Okay. All right. Copper, you easily find there's a rather extravagant clothing shop that almost seems like it's connected to the palace. It's draped with many different cloths and fabrics outside the doors, showing off an extravagant variety of colors.
I look around, examine some of the fabrics, and step in.
Me
They
too.
seem to be of very nice quality. You step inside. There's a short man that you swear is a dwarf, but he doesn't have a beard.
Hello, cousin.
Good day, sir.
Whoa.
Um,
clothes?
yes, we have a meeting, an appointment with the High Prince, and naturally we wish to look our best.
Good for you. Got clothes over there.
I step over and look for something gnomish-sized.
There's a lot of things at your level that are gnomish sized. There's various tunics. Most of the tunics you see are a white ruffled shirt with it comes as a set with like a green silken vest or wrapped tunic with a sash.
I look for something fairly simple, nothing extravagant, but it looks nice.
Any color in particular?
A blue.
Kind of blue.
Blue like the sky.
Like the morning sky or like the evening sky?
Like the sky at mid-afternoon just after it's finished raining as the clouds start to part.
Like what season?
Well,
Late.
hello, Kasha.
Alright. He goes in the back and finds a nice darker cyan tunic that just as I described before.
Great.
This one.
Try it on.
What are you looking for?
And it's-
Like,
This one would like a red orange silk turban.
how about this one? Points to his head, and he has a red, yellow striped turban.
No. I said red orange turban.
Like stripes.
No, kind of like a gradation, kind of like gradient.
You can do that.
Okay, orange,
Polka dots.
then coconuts.
Polka dots.
Did you say?
Polka dots.
You know what? Fine, I'll go with stripes. I'm sorry.
Plaid.
No.
But what if the gradient?
Sure. Yes.
Alright. He goes to the back, and he brings back very similar to what you it's described, but it's more yellow than orangish.
I suppose it's
It is almost exactly, not quite exactly what you did not describe.
okay.
By the way,
yeah,
Copper,
sure,
your tunic
this is
fits sublimely.
Excellent.
sublimely.
Dark green turban and a gray blue tunic.
We can only give you gray cyan tunic.
And you find one just as that, but there's not many quite in your size, as you are a big man, but you could find something
You're a
close.
big man.
You're a big man.
Sorry.
Find one as close as you can find, though. It's a bit tight around the seams. What about you? Looks at Aethys.
Was it?
Oh, I didn't think I came along.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
don't think Vonnie's there either.
Vonnie wants a belly dancer's outfit.
Let's see. What is chat? Maybe Draven went.
Could I have like a
Draven?
roguish belly dancer's outfit that has like a cape and a hood, but still like exposes some skin, so I can have advantage on my persuasion rolls? I'm kidding. That's not what I want. How much do I pay for my turban?
20 gold.
Okay.
Yours, Copper, 50 gold. Ulrich,
Okay.
80 gold.
80
80 gold, 80.
I pay without haggling.
Because you are larger than Copper.
15 gold.
More fabric, you see. 18 gold.
17.
16.
Yes.
Wait. Damn it. Gives it to your 16 gold. Seems quite annoyed at himself at this point. You can see all your... Alright, out.
Where are you from? See?
You're asking him?
No, I don't.
I don't want to know.
Okay. Yeah. Some place where they make grumpy people.
Alright, you guys exit the shop, and anything else you'd like to do? It's getting late at this point.
I'm gonna go back and just read.
Alright, you all head back to the palace and into your chambers, and Andar is waiting there for you. My friends, I'm glad you are back. I have something I wish to tell you before you see the prince.
Sounds.
I'm not quite sure how to say this, but it was I that sent the summon. I have
Go on.
betrayed my high prince, and I forced a summon. So
Oh,
that
it's
you
an
may
accident.
I like to stab.
You
We
betrayed
went
my
to slavery for you.
Well, the High Prince is not what he once was. He was never a cruel man, but he is becoming so. As of late, a relic was stolen from the palace. A relic that has been within the High Prince's family for generations. We do not know where it went, but with it went the prince's kindness and charm.
I have no idea where it's gone.
We have leads that it was brought across the cities, first to Bahagar and then to Moroshi. From there we know not. As we have no jurisdiction beyond Qatar, we were hoping for outsiders to travel and retrieve it for us.
So, and are you saying we are not actually meeting the prince?
You are meeting the prince, but he believes it But for another matter.
Are you wanting us to lie for you?
That would put me in an easier position. But I will not ask you to do a falsehood if it is not within your will.
What does the prince believe we are summoned for then? The High Prince.
He believes you're to go and investigate the bronze dragon that is said to lie within the Devil's Backbone.
Well, I suppose we could do both.
And you will be
Aye.
paid for both.
How much would we be paid for your portion?
More gold than your pockets can carry.
I would like a number. Our pockets are very big.
Then we need more pockets.
If we can we will buy more pockets.
It is
We
for
need more
negotiation, but if you save my prince, you save along with the kingdom, and with that, the gratitude of the entire realm.
I'm a separate check than the rest of them, but I was promised that in me coming here, I would be able to afford to purchase the freedom of my traveling family.
There are no slaves in Qatar.
No, not in Qatar. Why are we talking that amount of money? It's like 20 people.
Where are these slaves?
In Brithelia.
They are slaves of Jandesh.
We are runaway slaves from Jandesh, and I require enough money to purchase our freedom to alleviate us from being hunted by slave hunters.
In Jandesh culture, if you run away, you are forever exiles and you'll be hunted for the rest of your lives. So I cannot promise you that you can be bought, but I can promise you protection within Qatar.
Done.
Well,
Any other demands?
I don't have anything in particular. I suppose we're adventurers now, and adventurers go where we do.
I must say, I'm very appreciative that you have come.
But I would like your assurance that the pirates and the slaves were not intended to occur.
Well, not what?
Our misadventures with pirates and slaves were, let's just say, things have seem to almost conspire against us. And just would like to make sure that.
I would not think past it. These are dark times in Zarket. The Tomb Kings rise yet still.
What does that mean?
You should know you are from Qatar.
I've been away for a while.
Do you know of
Okay.
the Tomb Kings?
Yes. However, when we were fighting in the pits, there was a creature, and he warned me of the avarice of the Tomb Kings.
Yes, this is a common saying. I suppose I should give you the rundown, no? The Tomb Kings are elder necromancers from the south. They have risen and fallen throughout the millennia. Every 1,000 years or so, they rise again. We must beat them back to from whence they came. Each time we have gotten more and more weak. I do not believe we can sustain the next attack.
This might sound insanity. Do you think there could be at all any possibility that the Tomb Kings could be responsible for the theft?
The two kings themselves do not show, but I would not be surprised if it is the Tomb King's followers that have conspired against the High Prince.
And how would we know these followers?
They call themselves Death Priests.
Death priests.
They worship the decaying art.
As in necromancy?
Indeed.
And do you, maybe possibly unrelated, do you know of a man named Aline?
Aline. Yes, unfortunately, I have heard of him.
He
Oh,
may
okay.
have tried to get in once or twice to the grounds.
Oh, I know. We've caught him.
Wait, tell me please, is he trying to have a secret love affair?
Spot on, you are. He visits, much to my distress, a maiden's chambers. Quite often.
Concubine?
Just maidens throughout the palace.
Visiting the harem of a sultan is quite a bold move.
If it were a love story, I'd let it pass, but he's literally visiting all the maidens. He's quite the gigolo. The sneezy little fucker.
You don't have to be a gigolo. A manho.
No, this is not related. But as I said, I would watch out for the priests of the dead. Here in Qatar, we worship the winds of magic. We believe that all magic is intertwined with the winds, and with that, we can harness that, and it will leave us on the path for life. The Withering Arts, however, believe only in death. Death is their ultimate goal, and the ultimate goal for all.
I don't like
Uh,
the answers.
Can you explain the item they took? I don't believe you have yet.
This I cannot do, unfortunately, as I have never seen it. It is forbidden to look upon it.
Is there a name?
Not that I know of.
Then how do you know it was stolen?
The princess told me so.
The thing, they took it. They just took the thing.
We may have a method to look for it at least. Do you, after all, have a magic compass?
When you see it,
We don't know its
you will
name.
recognize it.
But how will you recognize it?
This is all I am told.
We'll know. If it's something this important, we'll know.
Oh, that's true.
It will probably be in the center of a large room. With a light shining on it.
Sounding like a divine object almost.
I would not be surprised. It has been in the dynasty for far longer than I have been in service.
Do you know where these Tomb Kings are? Where are the tombs?
Their tombs lie in the far south of Hotep. Exactly here. No one dares venture. Neither there, nor the decaying city of Maharak.
I think our
Which has
first
been
order of
destroyed.
business would be to go see Moroshi. If the last sighting you had was Moroshi, they're going north, not south.
This is true. But this sighting was but a couple of months ago.
How did you hear of? You said there were 2 sightings, correct? One in Muroshi and one in the City of Mages.
Bahagar. Indeed.
So they are going north.
Dark
Well.
figures surmised to be the priests of death were seen in those cities. Their art is certainly taboo, but not forbidden.
No. And that sounds like that's where we investigate first. We'll go to Baraha, then to Moroshi, and find leads there.
I guess if we have to go to Bahagar, we
I
have to go to
suppose.
Bahagar. Dang it.
I do
If we cannot
suggest
find leads there, then
at least masking that you are to go upon the quest that the prince summoned you for.
Of course.
the dragon, you mean?
Indeed.
Well, it's in an arc. We can make like a line kind of thing.
Well, isn't that convenient?
We can make a line kind of thing.
That is up to you. But the prince's patience is waning. You are 4 days late after all. Not your fault, I know this, but he does not.
Yeah, let's do the princess thing first. And also, do you have a teleportation circle in Qatar?
I do not, but I know there are many in Bahagar.
Bahag.
Well, I think our first course of action would be to go to Bahagar, Vasu leads, and then from there to the Devil's Backbone.
Then back to
Swish.
Bahagar and then to Moroshi.
Copper, do you have?
Well, it'll depend on what we find.
do
Yes.
you have teleportation circle?
What's
I
that?
guess
you
we're
have
going back to
teleportation?
No, I
Mosby.
did not take teleportation.
Guess we're going back to
teleportation
Mosby Toesby.
All right, you guys are still scheduled to be summoned tomorrow,
Alright.
if that's what you wish to do.
Yeah,
Time tomorrow.
we should, since we are expected to.
As the sun is above us in the sky.
Okay.
Noon. Alright, do you all generally sleep, or do you want to do anything in particular?
I'm gonna keep brushing up on my history a little bit and go to bed.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
After this conversation, I want to look up the King's Tombs and Hoteps.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
What's up, Chad?
Tomorrow, since I forgot today, could I go to like a blacksmith person? Sweet.
Dude, you could have gone with me.
I know I totally screwed up.
That's fine. Do you want to go right now? Because I would like to kind of rush my order if I can. Even though
I think it's late
costs me
at
extra.
night. Right
Yeah,
now.
it's about midnight at this point.
Bang on this door. Okay, never mind. We can go tomorrow.
All the stores seem fairly close.
Okay. Yeah. So I smoked a little bit, and I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Anybody else? Wanna
Working on my candle.
Not mine.
Bye.
what do you want to do, Oric? Okay, perfect. Does everyone
Anybody
sleep?
want some? Anybody want some opium?
I assume you're continuing to enchant your mystery item.
I am. This is true.
Okay.
Your hexy haxy hooksy hex.
No, because I don't have my damn shield yet. Otherwise, I would.
Your toobly boobly oobly loop.
I am enchanting my candle.
Your blood candles.
My blood candle. It's actually pretty sick. I'm
Your
pretty
blood
excited
and-
about it.
Camel candles. Camel candles.
Are you also a candle maker?
I mean, honestly, this is my first time.
It's really shitty. Please. Okay, sorry.
Oh, before we all go to bed, I gathered the others up. Just a quick conference here. Before we
Okay.
go. So tomorrow, when we go to talk to the prince, probably do as little talking as possible. We have a spokesperson.
You should have caught me earlier. Whoa. Alright.
Alright. So, who does the talking tomorrow?
No nose goes.
Very well, I'll do the talking. But promise me we do not want to screw this up. A very powerful person, and we're in a very unfriendly place ultimately.
I am afraid I'm a bit sacrilegious. I don't think you want me talking.
No, I don't think we do. Nor Fonny at the moment.
Just promise me that you'll. What's the word I'm looking for?
Make sure we have a good deal.
Yeah, I want something out of this. For the
A
group.
boat, a flying boat.
That would work.
Well, I'm gonna ask for transportation.
Yeah,
Right.
and then either fiscal or a boon of some type, kind of like opera.
Lilac, go.
I'm in a warm field. Okay.
Use prestidigitation to make little sparkles instead of lilac.
Oh shit.
This stuff is stronger than you're used to. You definitely bought the high quality stuff.
Alright. So we break the group up and I go to bed.
Okay. Is there anything you want to read in your book tonight, or are you off to bed?
I'm gonna read about the Tomb of Kings.
Okay.
Just if I can find just basic information about it.
Okay.
Yeah, Ulrich has a good point about the legal paper.
Well, he is a prince, so I don't want to push it too hard.
As you scan through it, there's not much information on the Tomb Kings beside that long ago they were the reigning kingdom, and it was a realm of men. And those men consisted of great pharaohs. There was a pharaoh in the north, in the fortress that is now Khemri, and a pharaoh in the south, the fortress of Hotep. And all the cities seemed to live in a peaceful coexistence until one day the winds shifted and conflict began to sprout along the coasts of Sarket, and the Tomb Kings, before they were called the Tomb Kings, just the pharaohs of Hotep, their avarice grew, and with that they sought to conquer all the cities along the coast. And at one point, they disappeared. And 1,000 years later, they showed up again, this time as necromorphs and undead forms and masters and priests that worshipped all things necromancy. And there was 3 wars. They were defeated once, defeated twice, and an omen tells that this is the 3rd millennia in which the Tomb Kings have been destined to rise.
Interesting.
And that's just the summary. But there's not much beyond that, besides there are very powerful necromancers, and they used to be the pharaohs of the land, but are no more. Alright, you all head off to bed. You end up having to share, if you would, the one bed that's in the room.
I'm sleeping on the floor.
Okay, you sleep on the floor. It's cold, but it's smooth, so it's
I'm more comfortable on hard surfaces than on the bed.
those of you that sleep on the bed, it is like the softest, silkiest bed you've ever slept on.
Marble.
For once, you get a very good night's rest, and You wake up to the sound of drums in the courtyard. Seems like this is the morning call for the palace at around 8 a.m.
I hop up, make myself presentable,
Okay.
and go off and I'll keep reading. So I'll pull up the book and just keep reading, skimming, just for
It's
whatever.
us around midday, right?
Anything? Yes, around midday.
Yes.
Lilac, would you like to go to a blacksmith?
1 second. Professor Copper, I am a man of the road, and I was wondering if you could clean my robe.
Sure. Well, certainly. I prestidigitate it, and we
1,000 times thank you. Okay, now to the market.
All right.
Anybody else while I'm digitating?
Anyone else want Copper's dry cleaning?
Sure, why not?
I tidy everything up that you're going to be wearing today, make it look nice, and make sure we're all presentable.
Got like a little lint roller, a magic lint roller.
Mage hand. All right, so Lilac, Aethys, and Ulrich, you go in search of a blacksmith shop. Do you want to go to the same one that Aethys that you saw before, or try to find a different?
I'd like to. Let's talk to the same guy.
Okay. You enter the shop, and he actually has started on your shield, as it appears. Just clanking away on it.
Good morning, my friend. May the winds look upon you favorably.
You as well.
Yes, sorry. I am in the market for throwing knives.
I do forge these.
I don't need anything fancy, just throwing knives. How many could I buy?
Of what do you wish them to be made?
I don't
Silver.
know. I honestly don't normally go back to pick them up. So
Iron?
steel.
Steel.
Yeah.
Very good. He goes and reaches down in a barrel and pulls out a handful of these knives wrapped in twine. He takes one off and shows you. It's very simple, but a very nicely shined throwing dagger. He balances and has balanced perfectly on his finger.
Very good, very good.
1 gold
Yes.
each.
1 gold each. I will buy 20.
And he gets a bundle of 20.
Thank you.
Would you like it gift wrapped?
Actually, do you have some sort of leather belt I could put a few in for like quick reflex throws?
I do sell belts.
Then I will buy one.
Very good. He goes and he finds a plain, very wide leather belt. It's almost like 4 or 5 inches in height, and you see him take it. He goes to his forge. He takes a blade and cuts in slots for you to put all the knives in. Hands it to you. 15 gold.
15 gold. 13.
Very good.
Okay. And that is me done. I will be out of your hair. And once again, may the winds blow favorably towards you.
As you say.
And I leave.
What would you like, bearded one? He looks at you, Ulrich.
They're just standard throwing knife stats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looking. Anything in particular? I have the finest wares. And the finest locale. Let's say you brought it.
Do they even have
I'm not going
throwing
to take that away from you. Let's say it's in the bag of holding.
bag of holding's almost full.
Eh,
Well,
take
it
it
has-
regardless.
Well, then we need another bag of holding.
Try that.
What kind of ammunition? Just plain, you want like plain shot or? I definitely have some ball bearings that I sell. Powder I can procure for you. I believe I've recently bought in some sulfur from Mr. Mosby. How much would you like? $10 rounds, okay. 5 gold. And that's included with the. That includes the gunpowder for those amount of shots.
Hey Philip.
What's up?
So I guess throwing knives aren't really a thing, but I can do the same thing with daggers, but daggers cost 2 gold pieces each.
No, it's fine. 1 gold piece.
Okay.
So that.
Dope, dope.
All right. Anybody else? If your shield seems fairly close to a third done, he has the general form of it, but none of the design.
Will it be ready by tomorrow morning? Because he said 3 days.
I do not have many contracts, so I will work. It's my best to get it for you tomorrow.
If it's ready by tomorrow morning when I come, you may get a tip.
Very good. This I would appreciate. Alright, are you all done with the shop?
I'm done.
It's approaching about 11:45 at this point.
Running.
You all make your way back to the palace?
Yeah.
As you do, you're approached by Andor. Where were you? We must be ready for the High Prince. He almost seems out of breath.
Shopping.
Are we all ready?
Yes.
You all look presentable. Come, follow me. He turns and walks through the main corridor that you walked before. But this time, instead of turning left, you follow your way past the pillars, up a marbled staircase, and into 2 very large doors that are opened by 2 guards standing on either side. And in front of those is another set of doors. You enter into a small room. The large doors close behind you. And within a few seconds, the second layer of doors opens. And before you see even a longer corridor, this one with the engravings of mosaic murals covering the floors and the ceiling. The pillars almost intertwine with one another. They wrap around almost in like an elven form, something you would see in a high elf palace. And at the end of the corridor sits a man bent over with his hands on his knees with a surprisingly modest throne that seems to
We're
be
doing
made of
that.
dark oak.
We're doing the crawling forward thing.
Yeah. We assume the crawl.
Alright, you do all go into a appropriate crawling position.
We are considered prone and crawling.
Copper, make an intelligence check for Vani. Because I don't think she would bow down.
So that's a 1. Oh my gosh.
Vani refuses to bow and remains standing. As you all crawl towards the throne, she just
I-
walks.
Point at her.
Can I make like a persuasion check to Vani? Cause like we're kind of friends.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, are you just straight doing that, or are you waiting for?
I'll let her try.
Funny, down.
She scoffs at you.
Bonnie, just
I bow to
cooperate.
no man.
Shut up.
Alright.
We'll have her do
Yeah,
the
make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, hold on, let me swap my. I've got to swap my ability real quick, so it's proper.
This is so meta right now.
17, I think.
Listen, I am totally in agreement with you, Vani. However, this man, very dangerous man.
Well then.
Oh, that's
What?
a check. That's a check, though.
Oh, it was a check,
Yeah,
right?
go
You
through
have
it.
to make a check for your own spell.
No, this is Lonnie.
He's
I'm-
doing it for Vani because he's
Oh, okay.
controlling. It's kind of awkward because he's like fighting against.
There.
himself.
Yes.
Cool. That's way better.
Okay. She begrudgingly
Wait,
nods.
do you have
and-
folks get advantage for spell saving throws or no?
Is it a charm? If it's a charm, then yes.
It's not a charm.
Suggestion?
It's a suggestion.
Well, we'll say it's not a charm.
But it's not a
Just
charm
this.
at all. It's just.
Yeah.
I think it tells you if it's a charm effect.
It would say charm
Okay.
along the
because they're not. It's
along
just-
the way between each pillar is another Qatari guard, each with a glaive standing upright. They give, without moving, give Vani quite the harsh look, and with your suggestion, she kneels to the floor, and you crawl the rest of the way until you approach the throne.
We don't have like our weapons, do we? Or...
You do.
Oh, okay. Crawling with my backpack and my spear on the ground.
It's like scraping. It's like.
Because the way I picture it is like he doesn't have a backpack. He has like a bag that kind of like hobo style. He hangs over his spear. Kind of
Okay. Well, you can
I'm
say you left it like in a corner. You like propped it up or something.
Okay.
I would think like in the anteroom they would have a place you could leave your things.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you could say you
Definitely wanna
left a
keep
lot of your
all my
stuff in your room.
things.
All right. You approach the throne, and the High Prince is a lot younger than you thought he would be. He almost seems like he's in his early 20s, but he has an impressive beard that seems to be graying at the ends. His hair is a bit disheveled, with a dark brown look to it. He wears a much more modest robe than you thought he would. It's a dark crimson robe with a golden sash across his torso, and the robe is torn at parts around the seams. Not big tears, but big enough for you to notice them. He sits with his head in his hands. Says nothing.
Don't say anything either. Wait for him to acknowledge us.
You are late.
Many apologies, Your Highness, Great High Prince. We were waylaid by pirates.
You come at my summon. Do you not?
Yes, Great High Prince. Though the paper was lost.
You accept my summon. You lose my
Yes.
messenger. You lose my summon. You make excuses, and you arrive late to my palace.
A
What say
thousand
you?
apologies.
Seems you're not the professionals I have heard. Nevertheless, there's a dragon in these mountains. I want him gone.
Yes, Your Highness. We accept.
No ask for payment.
Your Highness is surely a man of great wisdom and understanding. I have faith that you would be willing to make our time well spent.
You are well spoken, Master Gnome.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You. He looks at you, Lilac. You look of Qatari descent.
In this, you would be correct, my greatest of princes.
Where do you hail? What district? I was told
Oh.
only foreigners would enter.
The poor one?
That'd be the north.
The northern district, my liege.
Are you a man of the cloth?
I am a man of the sands and of the wind.
A wind serpent?
Yes.
I have respect for this.
My many thanks, Your Eminence.
You. What is the thing you have brought before me? He looks at Draven.
What did he bring before him?
He
Is
brought before
referring
him
to Draven as a
Draven.
whole, or-
He's referring to Draven, the...
Wait, you're talking to me, referring to Draven.
No, he's talking to Draven, referring to Draven. Whoever's role-playing Draven.
Okay.
You are no elf I've ever seen.
Your Highness, I talk to barnacles, and I sometimes turn into them.
High five.
Hi,
We're talking to a prince.
I gathered.
I turned into a moose once.
He
You
is
will
a
pardon our
druid.
young friend, Your Highness. He is not experienced at speaking
I
Yes, I
live in
can
the
see.
with
woods.
humans.
The trees, they talk to me.
You bring madmen into my midst.
Those madmen, Your Highness.
Yes,
Talented
we bring you madmen.
individuals.
Do you try to insult my intelligence?
He is attuned with nature and not with man, but he is mighty in skill.
You. He looks at Ulrich. Now you bring barbarians. Unkempt
Damn.
for a prince.
I thought he shaved his beard.
No, Copper shaves his beard.
Oh, I shaved my beard too.
Bonnie didn't shave her beard.
Yikes.
You still... Trimmed to you is not trimmed to the standards of this area. You're very much in tune with your own lifestyle, and that tends to be less presentable than the rest of the modern world.
My prince understands men crazy enough to go chasing dragon's tails do not have a
Are you saying
common
this?
decency. Sure.
The prince second. The prince looks at you with almost disgust, and in complete unison all the guards along the pillared rows slam their staffs into the floor. We are not taught manners, Nomad. They have not yet spoken to you.
I hail from Nortland.
As I was saying, your kind interests me. You look like a capable warrior. I hope it to be so. You, High Elf. Looks at you, Aethys. Where do you hail?
Crap, Chad. Where do I hail from?
Millennium Lelendel.
Totally glad that the XDM got that name right.
You can just
Hey,
say
I
the
remembered
Dawn
it.
City. That's good.
I
Dawn
remembered
City's
it.
good.
Do I not?
I hail from the Elven city, the Dawn City, the High Elves there.
You have much history. That's all he says.
Yeah, Dawn. Much history.
I hope good history.
Not sucks. Sorry.
Wait, has he talked to Vani yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What art do you practice, High Elf? Speaking of your religion.
I am a priest of the light. We shepherd those that need protection, and
Shepherding.
we get rid of those that prey on the weak.
He almost has a sinister chuckle under his breath, and I see heretics are brought into my hall as well. These are truly dark times. Finally, you, dark-clothed one. He looks at you, You hail from what land?
The high elven city of Moroshora, my liege.
Moroshora. The bastard of Moroshi. I noticed you refused to bow as you entered. You did.
I hope I have not offended you.
As do I. Now go. My captain will tell you of your quest to conquer the dragon.
What?
All the guards slam their glaives to the floor in perfect unison once more, and they raise their glaives and point towards the exit.
We back out slowly.
Okay. The first set of doors close behind you, and the second set of doors close behind you. Endar is waiting there. So how'd it go, ho?
He didn't kill us, so that was good.
This is good. This is a start.
The wind, if it has ever failed me, it is only in that it failed to control my waggling tongue.
Are there any like potted plants like around the area?
You're going to pee in them.
Not in a direct vicinity, but you notice near the entrance there is some potted aloe plants. Some
You gonna make
succulents, if it
Graven
were.
talk to him?
Succulent.
He's
Succulent.
very frustrated at being called a heretic and walks up to one of them, grabs it by the stem, and just, with necrotic damage, just withers it to a husk.
Seth does that?
You do that?
No,
I do.
Okay, Eighth is actually role playing. Holy shit. Okay.
I hate you.
It
This is
is.
amazing. Alright, so you do so,
Well-
and the plant withers and collapses upon itself. No one seems to notice, but you
Vonnie.
notice out of the corner of your eye, there's a gardener a few paces away. Yes, he swears under his breath. And walks towards the
Vonnie
shed.
walks over to Aethys.
Okay.
Darling, we're better than him. Don't let his
Had it coming.
words.
Had it coming.
Don't say that too loudly around here.
Huh?
All right,
Okay.
well,
And
barbarian
it's in High Elf. I'm
fools,
speaking in
gnomes,
Elvish.
bastards, and heretics, shall we embark on our epic quest?
May I suggest that you do in
I
fact
fairy fire
do his
Chad.
quest?
We didn't actually get many details on his quest. He said something about a dragon.
Of course. Said you would have
Oh,
details for
yeah.
us.
I will supply you with details. And he pulls out a
Details.
wrapped parchment of flavor. Details, delicious details.
Details.
Details, you can buy them at the shop. They're little round things. They're
A round parchment with the same
Sarcophagus?
black scorpion seal that you had seen on your so unfortunately lost summon.
Unfortunate.
And
I would not creative use it.
within are directions to the den of the dragon in the Devil's Backbone.
Who's taking the details?
I will take the details.
Nope, I take
yeah,
the
nope.
details. I'm writing it down
can't-
currently.
I would like Lilac to be just
Lilac
as
can't
glittery as
read.
possible.
Okay, I cannot read common. I
Right.
have details.
All right, Lilac takes the details.
What are actually in the details?
Directions.
Oh,
Worded directions in common to
Yeah, but what are we?
get
What are we actually?
Common.
you are to slay a dragon.
To find the dragon.
I don't care.
Will the High Prince provide us transportation as well?
He will.
Horses or camels?
There are camels outside.
What kind of dragon was it? Did you say brass or bronze or copper?
Copper, I believe.
We do not know.
No?
It is certainly one of the three.
It looks like one of these.
Okay, so details on a
He
copper.
said it was bronze, but no one's sure. They've only seen
Copper,
it once.
bronze, dragon. Okay.
All right.
So it's just directions. What are we actually supposed? What are we actually supposed to do to the dragon when we find
Yeah,
it?
that's-
slay it.
We're supposed to slay it.
Yes.
For why?
I told you to slay it.
Because it's a dragon. Of course, what else do you do to dragons?
He wants us to slay a bronze dragon. Okay.
Aren't those the good dragons?
Allegedly. They're certainly not chromatic dragons.
Metallics are generally good, but that doesn't mean they're always good.
Now we will go find this dragon and
Did you shoot me with fairy fire?
Yeah, I want you to be sparkly as fuck. You called me a heretic.
I called everyone their bad names at the. I was making fun of the prince.
He called me a
Sparkly.
bastard.
I want you to
I
be
said
glam.
barbarians, fools, gnomes, bastards, and heretics.
I like how
Yeah,
gnomes
that's
are their own
I
character.
want, but I want you to be Lilac Sparkles, just like your name.
Fine. Lilac
Bonnie gives-
sparkles on the roads.
Vonnie gives Aethys a high five.
Well, he might have saved you it.
Alright.
I
Alright.
my decks.
And
We
with-
depart today or wait until tomorrow?
this is up to you.
It's already today.
It's about
Here's
two,
the wind.
2 now.
What does the wind feel like?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I can't
Well,
roll,
prefer
by the way.
We waited until the morning because I have my thing on order.
Breezy.
We shall go make sure we have our supplies ready then, and then
The wind at this point is going towards the west. With a nice pleasant breeze.
It is a good wind today. I think we should go.
Roll bullshit check. Just kidding.
Yo!
Yo! Oh,
He
man.
says this while looking
Yo!
like a disco ball.
Alright. So, do you decide to wait or embark?
I'd like to wait one more night. I don't think it'll.
yeah,
be
my
this
vote
time.
is to wait and leave in the morning pretty early.
Alright.
We'll go get supplies today, make sure we're all prepped.
Your
I think we
chambers
should
will
buy
be
more food.
reserved as long as you need, but I would suggest to make haste.
We will not tarry long.
His patience is waning.
Excuse me. Are we in a
We're
town?
here.
Where are we?
You
We are currently in Qatar in the capital.
Okay, so there's definitely a place where I could probably find poisons and such. And
Oh.
other-
There's a
Other-
place.
Oh, boy. Before we do that again,
and other
Ken.
roguish materials. I need to restock.
We already bought you some poison.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Powder poison this time.
Powder poison?
could
It's just
Just
poison,
float it in
I
it,
think.
or throw it at an enemy.
could I try to find like some sort of group of sand snakes?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a history check.
Oh.
Can I just look around the area for that?
Thieves' Cant?
You don't remember
Yeah.
much, but from what you remember, the only group of sand snakes, as it were, for FYI, they're called wind serpents, live within the Great Waste.
Okay.
Can
They are a
I
nomadic group.
can I look for police camp?
Yes, and you
Por
have
favor.
been,
You have already.
and you have
I-
not found anything.
Okay, thank you. Have I done everything else that I would normally do?
You bought poisons. You looked for a thieves' cant.
You almost
Bowed to a
You
king.
you didn't bow to a king.
High
You
priest.
tried to
Good.
buy scantily apparel. Scant
Yeah,
scant
the belly button
apparel.
No,
outfit.
you didn't actually do that one.
I mean, I would like to buy that. That might come in handy.
You also got called out as a rogue by just like a merchant dude.
What? What?
So I think it was a
What?
pretty
He's a very
pretty normal
observant dude.
Wait.
pretty normal day in the life.
Wait. What? What happened? Like details, guys.
Oh, you're gonna have to watch the VOD.
Oh my god,
Oh,
no.
man.
I go
The
away
VOD, my
for.
God.
Alright, we will do house cleaning next time, and with that, you are off to your chambers to spend your final day at Qatar before you begin your epic draconic
Mr.
quest.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
can I
Miss-
check my compass?
You can. You did.
I would like-
but you can.
I like.
It's a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
Help us find what we needed today.
I just want to check it, just
Alright,
for
what are you
summer.
checking?
Summer.
Oh, we messed it
Give me a
up already.
phrase.
What?
Hmm?
They broke it. No.
Yeah.
You broke my compass. Is my broom okay?
Nope. We traded it to the